Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. This is Cityhall, but we can't stall and can't fall. Yeah, man. Lied, I start out in mic. But me, the para war pattern, a war mood, yeah? Yes, yes. Camera tell Andrew one is the straight. We see me run, me run Jamaica like him a gangster, like an area leader. Then let me tell the man a run the place like him a area leader. Done. Yep. Yeah. No more of this. This too bad. Too bad. Yeah. Man a run Jamaica like an area leader. Done. So him gonna run it. They must not allow Holness. You must not allow Holness for swearing. Anjo lost him seat. Anjo lost him seat. And it's so bad. It's embarrassing worldwide. Your thief election. Yeah, with all your promise. Somebody just send me something with the well pump vase. I said the minister, he's not a minister. We don't know what to be a minister. Right? Yeah, Pastor Ricky. Up my bro. See, see my brother come in the while and like he pull out two coming back. Right? We don't even know who's going to be the minister. But they still put up something. I said the next 3 years, the bus system will roll out. After you spend $1.4 billion and you roll out bus system, you see the con and the trick pan Jamaican people cannot work. Yeah, this must not allow to stand with these germs and nastiness. Me dey pa my wapa, you know. Me dey pa my wapa. See? Yes. We know in the foolishness. Around here. You can't thief an election. Posting up like you're done. Yeah? Not gonna work for our watch. Pastor Ricky, me see you come in look a while. It goes back. Yeah. Yes. See there you come in back look a while. Yes. Let me start. Me show now because come at them. Yeah. Let me start my show right now. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm going to build some on this place. Tell the boy, come on. You don't want some of no one. Anyway, go some. Run a big train setter. No one some run the place. We not follow back and come in no run rat race. Big train setter. No one some set the place. Me follow back and man. Yo. As a man says to me, you're an expansion man. Look one. In the car, I'm gone no sprung. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together and that will make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song. The boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them perfectly and don't stand. Me visit them, let me get a while. I'm full of pattern. Run a big train setter. No one come set the place. Me never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big train setter, they want some set the place. Never love a come on. Yo, veteran. To perform a state, so enough for them up the rest. Beat some juice and smoke too big. Get me fit the crowd naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, load some natural what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke no drink. When me up on the mic how the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big train setter, no one come set the place. Never love a come and come in a run rat race. Big train setter, no one come set the place. Never love a come on.
Yeah, man, brother. Oh. Melting pot.
Wow, go on, brother. I'm a sound. Me I come through loud and clear.
Yeah, man, you're good. Why?
Well, last night, you know we're going, you know.
Yeah,
but,
man, I said, come on.
Right
on
mood, Me know, man.
Have to. And then you melt them up, you know. Eh?
Well, I saw it go, you know, because things don't look good. On the other side, where we are look on, where they look bad, corruption stain the place, Almighty God. No, we have to come deal with them.
Yes, yes. Pastor
Oh,
Ricky.
bless them, Lord.
Blessings.
Pastor Ricky.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Well, I'm come.
mash them up. Now mash them up, pot of milk, them and then you bless. Then you pray. After we just a back over there, you know. And
Well,
the
beat them.
must not swear in.
That's right.
Man,
Beat
them a
them till the hammer
criminal.
bend. Amen. Well, for beat them till the hammer bend. Sir Mark Golin, comrade leader Mark Golin, got to the Supreme Court a morning as soon as the court opened and filed many petitions. Me identify at least 6 seats where you can win back. Here fraud go on. Him no need for swearing. It's a illegitimate, not legitimate, illegitimate want to be prime minister what I have right now.
In losing seat.
Yeah.
Not too melting pot.
And that's everything what Pastor Ricky said. Yeah? Him no legitimate, you know. Him illegitimate. You understand? So you know, say a guy will perform them act there. You like him there on a circus around corruption. You know we have to deal with him because everything was fraud about this election. And this guy, yeah, we're in at the EOJ there. You understand? Tadpole Green me attack, you know. That guy need to be held accountable for a high level of corruption and atrocity. The man suppressed the voters' them rights by dealing with a whole heap of shenanigans. You understand? And we have to come and just start the truth, you know. Because the truth is inevitable. You understand? We can't go around that. It is there in black and white color, anything you want to call it. A corruption them run that election. Because some guy that are protect Nancy and Holness, you know, from prison and the rest of them. And we know that and the entire world know that. You understand? I'm one the king struck him off at the king council, you know, because him corrupt the arms there, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
And we are talking to all Commonwealth country. You understand? You can't have this guy as part of the Commonwealth head of state. He's filthy. You understand? And him need to be cleansed by an institution called prison. Because that's what can't clean him, you know. You understand? And so we are called upon the king, you know. Because I must see we are going in Jamaica and him have this guy as part of the king council, which I think in my own estimation is not right. You understand? Him bring the Commonwealth and the King Council into disrepute. This guy is a known criminal to the world. I mean, King Charles, you watch the program. Yeah, and if you don't watch it, people must be telling you about this program. You understand? And you know, say, we're going in Jamaica, it's not right for the Commonwealth country them. That behavior practice, we are not seeing it anywhere else. Yeah, Jamaica, this thing exists right now. You understand? I remember Jamaica is a brand to the Commonwealth, you know. And we carry the Commonwealth flag on the international stage when it comes to Olympic. And we bring home the blue ribbon title. I mean, it must please the King Charles to know say a Commonwealth country like Jamaica come up against the third world country them and bring joy to Commonwealth nation. So if I even that is supposed to honor Jamaica for King Charles, you have to intervene. You have to start take with some strip this guy and some of them accolades them have like King Council. Him the worthy of that title. And he's going to bring in your portfolio into questioning. Because you're the head of state to the Commonwealth, you know. Under the monarchy system. You understand? And I bring the thing into disrepute, King Charles. So you have to do something. Because Jamaican people are crying up far and wide. Me know you must hear the echo of the people and voice in the UK. Because it displeases a lot of Jamaicans will take place in the 2025 election. Yeah? And the world is not pleased. Because, I mean, you can't have a criminal head of state. And I yield back the floor.
Yes, brother. All right. So, let me start with Diane Jackson Miller, where she said, yes, sir. Let me start with this. Hear this, people.
Final determination, but just the mere fact that cafe observers are saying people are in the line at 5 p.m. and not allowed to vote is serious, right? Everybody know. If I one thing you know, is that when 5 o'clock come, if you're in the line, you have to be allowed to vote. The Representation of the People Act, ROPA, says this, right? I asked the Director of Elections about this in an interview I did on my radio program Beyond the Headlines after the election. He says it's something they're going to be looking into. We cannot allow this to drop. We can't drop this. This is serious. This is concerning. This has to be explained by the Electoral Office. Now, the PNP went on to say that while they respect the will of the voters, they said they can't ignore the corrosive effects of these illegal and immoral actions on public trust in the electoral process. And they said they're calling on the Electoral Commission, law enforcement, and civil society to deal with this, to take steps, they said, to confront and eradicate these practices. Now, there's another development, which is that Paul Buchanan, the PNP candidate who ran against Prime Minister Andrew Holness, says he's challenging the results. He's alleging irregularities in PNP stronghold polling stations. He claims there was a, quote, strange removal of several boxes. He says he's gathering evidence. He says he'll report the matter officially to the Electoral Office within a week. So we're tracking all of that and we'll update you on that.
Well, this is how Anjo run the place like a mafia. You know, I have to put up this before me carry it, Pastor Ricky. Anjo, this is Anjo. And tell me if I'm different from them people when I put up on the screen. Watch this. I'm going to move this. Yes? This is Anjo. This is this bad. It's bad. Yeah? Look on this. Tell me now who are the biggest era leader or mafia done out there. So. You can for your look, you know. This is not a prime minister. This is the era leader. He's a Dan. Andrew Holness was not prime minister in the first place. Eh? Where's the Pastor Ricky?
Well, him is a criminal. And just like those two other gentlemen, no disrespect to them, but they have been incarcerated, they are prison. The same thing should be his case, the prime minister, and join them in prison. Because the system find them guilty and charge them for whatever the system find them guilty of. So this lawbreaker we're having at the parliament is no different. The system should find him guilty, and he's currently under investigation. He's currently under investigation by FID, the Financial Investigation Division of Jamaica, and TAJ. And him name, the feds have him named, and there's movement in the diaspora, forget him out of Jamaica for indict him. And so, really and truly, him is unworthy, him unfit. He's not qualified to be prime minister. This man robbed the Jamaican people of their future on Wednesday past. The evidence is clear. Nobody now even ABC put out a news article, a reputable news station in America, and says he won a third term under the suspicion of corruption. The day of election, the AP, Associated Press, another reputable news organization, said that Jamaicans are going to the poll today while the country is facing corruption. So that the international media is aware of what's going on in Jamaica. It's unfortunate that our local media is censored to the point where them can't tell the truth. As if them tell the truth, them threaten to intimidate them with lawsuit, like DJ Amber off of RJR, them fire because she said the water system bad, and them a sabotage the water. So the media, them afraid, them threaten the glean and say, if you don't retract your story about the prime minister, we're gonna take away the contract them and write it off. So them use Big Mama of their propaganda machine of misinformation, disinformation, misleading the Jamaican people them, and it's a public mischief entity, and it's a threat to our democracy, and them don't even honor the rule of law. So he belong right behind them other two gentlemen, they're straight behind prison bars. No disrespect to them. But if the system can't hold them and find them guilty, there must not be two systems of justice in Jamaica. And thank God for the judiciary in Jamaica, because now him have case coming up before the judiciary, and we are calling on the opposition leader, current leader Mark Golin, and Paul Buchanan, Comrade Paul Buchanan. Do not wait a whole week for filing a claim. They might swear in him before a week is over. You have to do it a morning. Expedition. You have to expedite this, because Jamaica is in a crisis right now. You have a country where half of the country is broken, hurting, grieving because of the fraud that took place last Wednesday. People are asking questions, what happened? We in the diaspora is very upset because we've been reporting and informing and opening up the eyes of people. Big up Father Lonesome, the trendsetter, the Godfather, for years in the wilderness have paved the way. And then many others come after in the footsteps of Father Lonesome. So we in the diaspora have documents and proof that this criminal belongs behind bar. A long time we are telling people them say I'm a criminal, and not just now. The Jamaican Barabbas, this one look pan. In the Bible, Barabbas was a notorious thief and robber. And when them bring him before Pilate, an innocent man named Jesus who come to help the people and show them the way. And Pilate said, which one of the two should I give you? And the ungrateful people, them where Jesus heal, deliver, teach, walk with, talk with, sit down monks with, pray with. And them see him and say, we don't want you away with this man. Give us Barabbas. And them say, let the blood of him be upon our children. Them call for him dead. So I want him upon the cross now. A compassionate, merciful God say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they have done. But right now, this man who should not be sworn in, and we need to have some kind of proclamation issued by the Governor General that this election was fraudulent. And the truth of the matter is, there's concrete evidence to support these claims. Nobody now try say them thief the election, but out of emotions. We're saying them thief the election based upon facts, information, and revelation. Final point. In the Prime Minister's seat, him stuck, the voting stuck at 87 boxes with 105 total, 18 boxes to go. For 2 hours long, then we'll find out that the internet gone, the light gone. Oh, what type of coincidence is this from an analytical perspective that during an election night of counting the votes and the results are streaming in, them cut the internet, them cut the power service and disrupt the flow of information, and then now bringing other boxes where the counting center is not but a stone throw from where them claim them bringing the boxes, and then wait so long. So the evidence is huge that there's a lot of voter fraud, and this man is illegitimate and should not be sworn in by the Governor General. And I'm just asking my party, the People's National Party, for come out tomorrow and speak to the broken and the hurting Jamaican people them, because people are looking for directions, people are looking for answers, and the party need for continue to lead and set the way for the people them, to show the people them what they're going to do next, what is the next steps. So a morning at the Supreme Court, as soon as it open at night, in America, them file injunction even on Saturday for stop certain things. And them get a judge to come up over time bed, leave all the shopping center where I'm in upon a Saturday and make a ruling. The same thing must apply in Jamaica. When you can't wait a whole week, they must swear this man in and make him farm government, and then dog me on a supper. Back over the Father Lonesome.
All right. So let me tell you what I'm going, because me keep my ears on the ground, you know. So them gather them evidence, them are going to deal with him case. And Dean Jackson made just explain what, yeah, and then put a release out. So them are deal with him case. Him can't get away. Yes. Melting pot.
Yeah, man. Boy, I tell you. Me have to take the pledge up on Cityhall once again to say commiseration commiseration to all the comrades who have been cheated out of
Yeah.
an election victory, And I must also extend, warm gratitude to the opposition leader, Sir Mark Jefferson Golin, for his exemplary behavior on the night, even though him know say them stole the election. Yeah. People's National Party has been very disciplined in accepting the result on the night, but I know going forward, based on what is there on the ground, substantial evidence to prove that it was a fraudulent election that was run. A lot of voter fraud took place. People who shouldn't be even out of them home was seen all in front of this, polling division to cast vote, and them on a shake. And shaking like when leaf fall off a tree in a winter. People can't move. Them things they're embarrassing because we have a word named retirement, and people retire from all aspects of them life. Whether work, whether your voting career. You have to retire at some stage. And we must respect our elderly, the one who are immobile. You understand? You can't use people to come out against them will, bribing them with money. We see in the case of one young man, him not old, but him can't write and the man a shake like leaf where fall off a tree in the winter. Him cannot make an X, but he was coerced into making an X with a bribe of 500 Jamaican dollar. We see where, a female was driving, calling out for backup, police running with box. How did these policemen get their hand on the ballot box? That is prohibited. That is against the law. Policemen should only provide security for the ballot box. They must not be physically in contact with the ballot box. So that open up all different avenues as it constitutes to a magisterial recount in these era that we find the high flux of irregularity and corruption. We have policemen who are putting up barricade, pushing back the People's National Party voters, but accommodating Juliette Holness and her supporters. Juliette Holness was seen in breach of the standard procedure. You understand? Because she was in and out of the polling station, and we all know that 5-minute expiry time you have, When you cast a vote, 5 minutes you leave the place. You're not supposed to be seen loitering around. Well, Juliette Holness was seen loitering around, back and forth. I don't know what she was trying to achieve, because that is against the Constitution law, and that is against the electoral law. We know there are standard procedure that every member of parliament has to follow. And the guidelines were broken by Juliette Holness because they were all under extreme pressure going into the general election. And the only thing that they could do to save themselves from prison was carry out a widespread corruption that fraud the election and mar the election. And the international world has taken a dim view at the situation. You understand? Because I know we should have heard something from some powerful nation like the United States, UK, France, and all these places, Canada, because they see it. It's plain and obvious. The Prime Minister's seat alone showed the widespread of voter fraud. God Almighty, the man get over 2,000 votes out of the last 18 bucks. The man tally surpassed the constituency total of voter. The way them stuff the box in arrogance, them do members say, well, then no, you cannot put this amount in it. Because if you look on the voter turnout, it's just about 40%. And everywhere else show low voter turnout. But in a Andrew Holness constituency, it's almost 100% voter turnout. What can go so? What can go so? This man was helped by a well-known member of his cabinet. A man who have the blueprint from Edisiago, a man who never make any secret of telling Jamaican that he will make sure Andrew Holness remain the Prime Minister. He said that. And he also used another phrase, the Jamaica Labour Party will not surrender the country to the People's National Party. So this man was already putting out what he has in store for the general election. In the case of Glasspool Brown, because I address him so people know who we are talking about, the chairman for the election committee. Yeah. This man here corrupt the thing. This man was given an award. You understand? An honorary award. Come Heroes Day in October, this man will be collecting his award. Now, how can an incumbent government going into an election period awarding a person of such significance as it relates to the election, a man who is in charge of the election office? Come on, this is fraud at its highest. This man has a lot to answer for. Yeah, because this man must not be the person in charge of the EOJ. And this man must face the consequence because corruption comes with a charge. Yeah. Corruption is a chargeable offense in any society. And this man is highly corrupted. And I mean, he played such a significant part in robbing the election from the People's National Party. Because in the election, in the electoral office, yeah, which is under Andrew Holness administration, them organize and them send out the people them with a man the polling station. Right? So this side from the EOJ was orchestrated by Glasspool Brown. Now when it comes to the police, them who were deployed, that come from the High Command, yeah, and Google too is responsible for that. Because we are seeing where police were partisan. It was a selected GLP constabulary force that was put out there to provide security on the day. And we saw the high level of hostility that was dealt out to the People's National Party supporters. And to the extent where a lot of them felt intimidated, knowing what our police force are capable of. Some people got, disheartened by the high numbers of security on the ground, like it's a civil war. And I mean, Andrew Holness was seen going around in the Mall Road division, yeah. And when he saw the high influx of People's National Party supporter, he drove away, and no soon after, a swarm of policemen, even SWAT team was there. So we are seeing where police has, demonstrated how much they are partisan to the Jamaica Labour Party and how much they are participating in corruption. Now we can't have people who we have out there to uphold the law, but yet still they are breaking the law in favor of one individual, because corruption means gift and all type of things, to bribe people to work on your behalf. And this is what Andrew Holness and the entire Jamaica Labour Party candidate them did. We've seen other seats where the person who win the election now lost all the seats them from that division in the local government election. And I'm talking about Rhoda Crawford. Every single one of your seat in the local government election was lost, but yet still come general, she win, and she win handsomely. What can go so? Yeah. Right. All our 4 councillors them lose.
Right.
But come election, general election, she win, and she win handsomely. And if we look back in the case at Central Kingston with Steve McGregor against Donovan Williams, Steve McGregor win by 12. Any winning margin is a win, whether I win by 1 or whatever. But that seat now, they want to put it into questioning and talk about malfunction and go for some Nancy story I tell us them find ballot paper and an envelope and all these things. What can go so? What can go so? The amount of power outrage. What can go so? Yeah. When you look on the internet system, it's down. But yet still we have electronic system. But then we move away from electronic to manual. What can go so? And in the first place, I hear Cafe put out a statement, where they were, saying that everything went smooth. No, Cafe, everything didn't went smooth underneath. And you must have heard report and seen video. So you're being there to preside over fair and factual election was non-existent because you were reporting as if everything went smooth. It didn't went smooth. It was a rough, bumpy ride for the People's National Party supporters. And Cafe, you should have acknowledged that and don't double down now and say nothing else because you did put out an original statement that showed that you were in favor of the whole day activity. I'm sure you must have heard.
Pat, with the fairness of Coffee tell us them run with the voters. Them run with the voters. A Coffee say it, And somebody
yes, but there was an original statement that I heard from Cafe that was saying that everything went smooth.
Action for Free and Fair Elections, Cafe, is expressing concern that many electors were not allowed to vote in yesterday's general election despite standing in line at the close of the polls. More in this report from Nakinski Robinson.
Cafe today said in 21% of the polling stations reporting, persons in line at the close of poll at 5 p.m. were not allowed to vote. The observer group said this appears to be in contravention of the law, but it will need to investigate each case individually to establish whether in fact there was a breach. In all the cases above, Cafe said it will be investigating the actual circumstances to establish whether there was any adverse impact on the conduct of the elections. But the group said the small number of cases involved means this will not impact its overall findings. Cafe added that it is deeply concerned that in 4% of the polling stations reporting, its volunteers were not allowed to view the preliminary count.
And that's to thief the thing them from me now. You hear that? Again, the one of them place there, Andrew Holness, the one of them place there.
All of them see they get robbed. Yeah. All of them see they get robbed. Even James Roberts see get robbed because leading up to the final amount, it was neck and neck. Yeah, his opponent was leading him. And then all of a sudden, this high influx. So the same thing that happened over in St. Thomas with James Robertson, and the same thing we see with Andrew Holness, and the same thing with Rhoda Carford, right? And I hear people from within the panel that were covering the election in the studio were saying that these people will win. People were saying that Rhoda Crawford, she worked hard, and the people have like her, and she have done the work, and we expect her to win because they know she was going to win.
Of course.
Andrew had certain people we have to carry with him. That's how the money spent. We know about the seat them, whatever they try to protect them. You understand? Everyone spend some money in them area. We know about it, we don't.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So we didn't know before even election day.
Yeah, man, watch this.
To be able to comment on the accuracy of the count in these locations. It also complained that in many polling stations, the electronic voter identification and ballot issuing system was in use, but its observers indicated that their use considerably slowed the voting process.
All right. Voter suppression. You hear that? Voter suppression.
Deployed 32 roving observers and 470 indoor observers based in polling stations for the general elections. It says reports received from approximately 2/3 of these observers indicate the following. In 98% of polling stations, the presiding officers had the necessary equipment and opened the polling station for voting on time.
So them have the equipment open on time, but yes, still slow vote and everything. So them have everything, so who's wait down? Continue.
In 92% of polling.
Yeah, so continue.
Yeah, what I was stating about Cafe, was something that Dan Jackson Miller read out.
Yeah, but me
from Cafe.
she read out that
This are directly from Cafe. You understand? I did not hear this. I hear the one that Dean Jackson Miller read out.
Yeah, may I play
the report from Cafe.
Yes,
You understand?
Stations,
And I was
there were no
I was not in favor of that report and what was said in that report.
That's why me I play
But
this.
this is an entirely different report now.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, this me have with them. So them I say everything cool, but them I tell you what happened. Them lay it out completely. You know why they never do the whole thing and tell the people them everything. She go to the back of this and say everything otherwise I work good, but you know do the whole thing. You see it. Say you never hear the whole of this.
Me never hear the whole of that. Me hear fair report from Cafe.
Be careful of them, you know. But be careful of them. Continue.
Reports of interruptions to the voting process. In 94% of polling stations, there were no reports of irregularities during voting. In 98% of polling stations, security personnel were present until the close of poll and until the ballot boxes were removed to the counting centers. Cafe commended the Electoral Office of Jamaica for the generally professional organization.
So it's a general professional.
Right. Another part they know what should put out when me never in. What kind of general? Yo, they get mad when they hear that, brother. This are the part when Dean Jackson Miller. This is where Dean Jackson Miller comment pan. So she never played the first part of it, So me I say when me I hear this way I go on. Oh, Cafe, if you say this when Cafe here where I go on with the people must on the ground. So some people like to flip the thing to suit the narrative where them a project. And me I tell her I say she do her journalism work properly. Because keen listener like me I'm gonna pick up on that. And then now the rat and me are going to fall down on Cafe when it's not justified. At the end, Jackson, me like to fall down on. Because them are going like them smart in society, Like them are both on both sides. When we know which side them really depend.
Because
you understand?
But most time when them a report, them take out what them want to say and sell it. If you corrupt and sell it out, make it sound like this. But then I give the whole full report. Me like go for the whole full report. Yeah? So we Cafe say, otherwise a nice election, but these are the itches. Them send home the people them when they're not supposed to do a thing, and that's serious. You can't do something like that. 5 o'clock and you have send them home. 21% of them. That's enough people. Yeah.
The only nice thing we see about this general election is the fact that I don't hear any casualty people losing them life on the day. Apart from that shamble, corruption at its highest. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And we need justice because, I mean, the people them expone them time, Yeah? And support the rally. People commit to the cause.
Of course.
And people cast them vote and did not get justification. And we can't have a government who continue to run the country on a high level of corruption and don't want to relinquish the thing like it's a dictator state we are run.
Yes.
The democratic process must be respected at all times. You understand? And whatever the outcome it is, it must be accepted. I believe that is true democracy. So we can't have government who want to control the country by all means, using all type of mechanism to achieve their goal. We will not stand for these type of behavior. And these type of behavior has been, established for a while now in Jamaica. You understand? Because these guys want to be member of parliament from the Jamaica Labour Party as acting as if they are Lord, God and Master. And at all costs, they will hold Jamaicans to ransom. Yeah, they are a gang. They are a well-established known gang to the international world. Several of them are in Wikipedia. Yeah. Several of them were known to be wiretapped. Yeah. Outside security source of information from them. Yes. In the case of James Robertson, right, who was re-elected. Dr. Crabbe, re-elected. Yeah. Andrew Holness, what the world know about, get re-elected. You understand? Muma Cow get re-elected where the world know about your case. Agintai will get after the Davis get re-elected. You understand?
Criminality the way no people. And
what are the criminality to them? Dead man McKenzie get re-elected. Known criminal as well. Yeah, Darrell Bars as recently as just before the election Literally, because everybody said them not sign off on it, them don't know about it. So MDP man and take 1.4 billion a big criminality. Plus members say America flag Jamaica about him and the money we pick up in Mexico, you know. Remember all of criminality him do, you know. As minister of without portfolio, you know, him sell beach and beach property and greatly depreciate the value by almost 50%, and then go collect the rest. Then all them criminal, you know, get re-elected. All of them get re-elected. And the next criminal now, what we know about linked to the drill in terms of him having shares in a Meditech, them want to give him a seat where him lose. Them want to give Donovan William a seat where him lose, you know, because him ticking at the corruption and criminality with them. Yeah. So we can't have this. We have to mash up the dynasty of corruption in our country. These men must not be seen anywhere near Parliament. They must be behind bars. They're not different from Dodos and Zeeks.
No.
They're not different from the ghetto youth them. Them worse than the ghetto youth them.
Of course.
Because remember, ghetto youth may have reason, you know. Them guys are not reason, you know. Them guys get privilege. Them get diplomatic visa for them and them family. Yeah, them get big salary. Over inflated salary. Nobody else in the Caribbean now get that. That's why them practice corruption. So them guys have to deal with on a level never seen before. We have to use the Singapore method to deal with these nasty criminals from over the JLP. We have to. But I know, regardless, the People's National Party don't get the result on the day. Yeah, it's still up in the air that if the right measures being applied, I will get magisterial recount based on the evidence that is there that these constitutions were at high level of fraud took place. So, you know, you have to rerun back them seat there. The People's National Party will win the general election square and fair.
And the turnover.
Of course.
But not unvied and the seat for turnover to people national.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Them are criminal.
I yield back the floor, my brother.
Yes.
Can I say, give me 30 more seconds, please?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You know, on Thursday night when we were there at the Titans, and I said that I heard voice note of people saying that the presiding officers who are all JLP, I tell them to put the X on the opposite side of the symbol. And I told you that I contacted one person who is an indoor worker that confirmed what I said. Nowhere here say a pair of that go on. So I say I was right. I don't speak on things I don't know. And so, you know, them I say me and them I try correct me, but I feel vindicated because the presiding officers was misleading the people inside the polling station and telling them to put the X the wrong way.
Yes.
And so when they put that, those boxes are spoiled and them show them.
Yes.
Back over to you. I just wanted
to can't do that because the PNP put out something and then show it. I have it, I show it. Right? I played it. Right? If over the years you have vote and you put your X one way, me no want to hear from people where them go get a job for 5 years. I think that's wrong. If you train them for like 6 months.
Of course.
People for 5 years and them tell me, yes, do this and do that. With some sick brain, I will not follow those orders. Me I go originally. This is me. Right? Me couldn't make a teacher teach me for 5 days and me a follow where them come tell them, okay, come on now. We go to school for decades to learn. You can't teach somebody 5 days and put them in the field to tell me how me for vote. We're serious for my life and my future. I don't believe in that. You have to train them like for 6 months, like police. Yeah? It's bad. You understand? Not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'll show something. Me not night. We do a night.
I want to go school from where basic school till all the way till high school. At decades of schooling we get.
Yes. You understand? Yes. You understand? Yes. Me tell you, piece of shit, where you do on here. Me tell you something, this and this, you dirty thinking, mama, you know. Yes. Yes, man. Yes, man. You have to go, a gynecologist go get fixed. You need fixing, yeah? All right, good. Piece of shit. Yes, man. All right. Look on this. Look on this. I'm gonna move this. Look on this. Tell me now. The man come up with a solidarity program and Holness and figure people 20 grand. Remember how much money she get for vote? The solidarity program at 20 grand, you know. Look on this. Them have 5,000, right? No, 2,000. About 5 or 2,000 that. What that? Them that what kind of money? Me never know what them there.
5,000, 1,000.
Now, what kind of money them have? 5,000? Play it back.
I don't even know them in a way, trust me. They absent, when we absent from Jamaica, I don't even know them
5,000.
denomination.
5,000. So,
5,000.
solidarity program. What Andrew come up with? I figure 20,000. Him take $1 billion, $1 billion, yeah, and take $1 billion and say 50,000 people have vote him by, you know. Vote.
Vote him by, of course.
You don't have nobody about vote and take them out and give people. Look on this. Not 20 grand this. Solidarity money. Look here. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Who that Chavan? Who this?
Well, I slowly she vote out, you know. Who run getting slowly?
Oh. Who run getting slowly? Oh. Are we to that? Are we to that you there?
After we come up here.
No.
After we come up here.
No, man. Witter.
Oh, Witter.
Who this?
But
Eh? Who him?
You talk about on the money?
No. Pan
the t-shirt.
Pan the t-shirt. What kind of justice? Where him come from?
But I mean, I even know him, you know.
So she
you know,
come vote for him. Who this? Slowly him name.
no, them vote out slowly, you know. And them vote out slowly. Slowly represent the People's National Party.
Who this? With her slowly.
No, slowly is a labor right.
So she have vote for him, but don't go vote her out, them no win. Yeah? See that? And with her this, him winning seat.
Okay.
20 grand. My God. 20 grand for your future. This is Anjo. Yo, it's a hey, the man for go away, you know. Eh? It's how you do to our people, them brother. Eh? Look at them value.
Why me never see an election run under the administration yet before. You know? Money splash left, right, and center. The man them neglect the infrastructure but have money for dash like this. Just to retain power because criminality, you know, where them are hide from, you know, is prison, you know, term, you know. Because the whole of them know what them do.
Them
and we can't wait for years. Yeah, go ahead, Pastor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Them allotted $1.6 billion for run for this election, you know. Remember them setting a parliament in March, yeah. And then on top of that, you have the public sector worker where them get 0% increase. You have the teachers them right now. I'm on in, we don't even know how much of them are going to show up in the classroom. And we hear enough of them resign already. So you might have a crisis in the school I'm on in, and them fail to take care of the people. These politicians think about the next election. They don't think about the people and how the people well-being and the survival of the people. Their motive of being in government is to win the next election. And you hear the criminal prime minister say, even before the third term, the governor general swear them in. Him already talk about fourth term because politicians think about the next election.
Him not win this, him not gonna win.
Yeah,
Him not win this, brother.
Right, the mindset of them
Yes,
have
him
is
not gonna win. The
it's
third
about
not
the
gonna
next
happen.
election.
Yeah. Yeah, this not gonna happen. When we're
But-
standing here, it not happen. Nah,
But when me want to say, panelists,
Yeah.
$1.6 billion, that is more than the annual budget, a 1.3 billion.
Billion.
So you can run an election which bigger than the national budget.
No, better. 1 billion.
Yeah, the budget is 1 trillion, 1.2 trillion.
Not billion. Yes, billion. But
billion.
Budget no, you have to have a budget to run election. That's another problem. Can you have to run election? The problem is him take $1 billion and call it Pastor Ricky call it solidarity program.
Yeah.
That never needed
The
people them. That is pay people to come vote. Then him take some money from some other place. Plus them have thief in money. Otherwise, them to be a face.
And before that, him they did $20,000 tax return in a father loan.
Yeah.
So remember that.
Yes. That's when I do the thing there last year, September.
Last year, right.
Yes, when I do the by-election. Him come with that one-time payment. He come with one time.
So how much money you get the 14 member of parliament them
I don't think
from the PMP?
Yeah, but if you think about 49 to 14, is that
I know, but we just want to ask how much him give them.
I have to ask. But
well, them did say now every MP must get $6 million, and then them raise it to $9 million for the field Spark program whenever they light up on Spark. So we don't know, from what I understand, and every MP get money for Spark.
Them not give them the money.
Right. So, but that's what them did say, 6 to 9 million for each MP for each constituents. But I doubt if them get a PMP.
No, them never get the money. Them get you have pint the road out. You pint out the road. So them keep the money for them and them friend. Look on this. Let me show you something. Now election done. People want to look out for pump valves and the bus. Remember, he is not a transport minister. Nobody not swearing. We don't have no minister here. We don't have none. Election run. So we don't have no minister right now. Let me just tell you now this straight. Right? Them are calling minister. I am act like him a minister. He ain't a minister.
Right.
Yes. You have to swear in ministers now. Different everything. See? But this is how I put up. Look on this. Remember, you know, your promise for roll out. It's supposed to be there and in a motion, so you can get roll out. Look where him come with. Look where this guy come with panel. What they say?
Transportation Minister Criminal Daryl Val says rural school bus system to be rolled out fully in 3 years.
So you gone 3 years now?
Yeah.
Yes,
I thought it was September morning, which is tomorrow.
Yes, September. You're gonna be 3 years fully now. Me don't know them, and then the whole bus that can't roll out in a 3 year. Them a 3 year older. Them that great granny bus. Them not gonna wear. You
know what? Him can't put out a statement here now. After what him say with you know.
That me I tell you say.
Remember the school. Remember September morning them did a rant and raid over you know.
3 years.
As to these buses being out. Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying when you hold on there.
Yeah. Let me ask you something apart. You have some bus we are 15 years old now. But master we're not good. What you gonna do? When them out fully 3 year time?
Them are 18.
18 year old. Graduate from high school.
I have 3 bus. Yeah, I have bus park for 3 years. Them are go rotten down too.
Yeah, I hear that you know.
Because them already are rotten. Them already are rotten. You understand?
Melting pot. The problem is pride won't allow him to say I made a mistake. As a man,
But
as a real man, we all make mistakes. None of us is perfect. But the rural school bus where them are roll out is a failure. The bus them not supposed to be on the road. America scrap them off of them road because of the carbon monoxide poisoning.
ignition. Yeah.
Right, for the health of the people, the children. And American done with garbage, and we go pick up garbage. And instead of the man just come out and say, you know what, we make a mistake. We're gonna scrap it, and we're gonna buy some brand new bus. But in pride will not allow him to do that. And this is why him is a failure.
He can spend my money on TV. And chop for money can not spend their money there. So
Right.
Pastor, we can pastor, you know. So he may have a little mercy upon you. Remember, me not have none.
Me not have none either. Cause me know say.
Let me just remind them. Merciless, please, brother. So me not have none. Merciless and me, pa. Me merciless out from long time. Me not get it back here. Don't stay there. Yes, Pastor. Him can the people them that germs.
Remember, you know, with bars sites where I'm coming, you know, is that everybody knows the bus expensive, but these bus were bus where you could have get for free for nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm just use these bus because them know about the bus and know say a little and nothing to get them. But we are going to take 1.4 billion. Tell them so we are bringing 100 bus. Yeah. Rob the rest, splash the cash for an election. Yeah. Andrew hold this money for the poor people them. Yeah. That money was taken for the same thing. Because if you even take it and use it like you do that, where you say, it's by you buying vote because you use it in election time. That is buying vote. That is convincing people of your kindness and what you do for them. You use that opportunity by taking the taxpayers' money to help fund your party. And that is against the law.
And to this
yeah. So the solidarity program will come with just before the election was to buy vote.
Yeah.
Because you have a solidarity program that extend beyond the election. Because these people life won't change. So why you sorry for them and give them a solidarity grant?
Him need
of 20,000.
Him make a statement in a Sir Melting Pot and Father Lonesome. Real Michael Manley Heights. Boss said, listen, if Mark Golden show him birth certificate, I will show the receipt them for the bus. Common leader Mark Golden show his birth certificate during the debates. We, the people, the taxpayers of Jamaica, is demanding that we see the original purchasing invoices of every bus where you claim you buy. We want to know how much the buses cost. We want to know how much you pay for the freight from America, Florida, to the wharf down at Kingston. We want to see the wharf, the receipt, the invoices from the wharf, how much them pay for clearing. I mean, we know the government have duty-free coming into the country, but since him a chop money, we have to see every line item, detail of every taxpayer's dime we spend, because when it comes to waste, fraud, and abuse, they have to be held accountable. And this is what him need to go to prison for. Waste, fraud, and abuse. Only on this one issue. Come have a lot more illegalities when I go on with down at Portland. But we have him soon find out what's coming to him from the judiciary.
So Pastor want to the purchasing order. If you ask him for sure that to you know.
That's what I asked him for. Where is it? No, I'm saying if Mark Golden show him birth certificate, he must show it. Where? Okay, Mark Golden show, Honorable Mark Golden show his birth certificate. Only know say Mark Golden born in Jamaica, because you have access to PICA, you know, as the Minister of Technology, you're acting at them system long time and come out and say Mark Golden is born in Jamaica. And you know, deceptive. So now that Mark Golden show him, let me say Cameron Leader, I'm sorry, Cameron Leader. Now that Cameron Leader Mark Golden show his birth certificate, we the Jamaican taxpayers, even though we live a foreign, we pay property tax, we pay light bill down there, we pay, when we go down there, we spend with US dollars and UK pound and Canadian dollars. We help pay taxes from the diaspora. So we are demanding that we, the Jamaican people, see the purchasing orders of each buses where you claim is involved in the 1.4 billion. Line upon line, precept upon precept, we want to see it.
But other that, what we want it
I
tomorrow.
want the invoice as well. Don't leave it, just knock it, make him know too. The invoice.
But here it is. Tomorrow, we want to see how him a roll at the bus then.
Man say a 3-year. Man say a 3-year program.
It's supposed to be in a motion. So, and
The man double down weird.
It's supposed to
Him
roll
double
out.
down.
Yeah?
Him double down. Him say a 3-year.
Double.
So you might see 1 and 2. You might see 1 and 2 where him have down there because we don't get the 110. And him know that. So the 110 order.
Melting pot, you are
Him
so
knows
right.
the 110 bus. Well, I know.
That's
Panel.
it,
Him knows the 110 bus wasn't on the card. Because I'm order them. That's why him can't show the purchasing order or the invoice.
Right.
If he had ordered these buses, he would have shown the purchasing order and the invoice. So the 110 is a lie.
Right.
A 20 of them bring in and 2 of them are flat body. So a 23 school bus there on the island. Can't no more to come.
Now till 3 years, forget the rest in 3 years' time.
Forget the rest. Yeah, because them have a work now. Because the bus them cheap.
Hear this, brother.
The bus them cheap.
But hear this, brother.
You can't get them for nothing. So I'm going to work on them. But here what me know. We want the people over there where them come to for them bus there who hear about the uproar and the scandal of these buses. Don't give them no more bus, man.
But hear this.
Don't do no car you want now. Jamaica can't take no more, you know. We not no health sector down here when the people them take sick by the carbon emission from the bus. Yes, my brother.
What we want to tell the people them tomorrow, because I promise I comfort you a fool. If you say you roll out how much about 60 of them tomorrow, we want to see them.
Right.
We have to see them. Yeah? We don't want to hear nothing else. And we want and then make sure them successful. Make sure you roll them, put them on them route, and do what you are said to do. You understand?
Yeah.
You take the life from him, brother. You're mad. He must roll them out tomorrow.
Him don't have
Yeah, look to them and make sure them depend them route and them do what them do and it's supposed to be successful. He's a piece of shit.
Him not have 110 bus tomorrow, man.
No, him have around 16 there. So them for roll out.
Him not have 60 either. Because we know you about another shipment to come in. Because them would have show it.
Well, as Sam says, so make we see them and we are look out for them. And when we stop calling about transport minister election just run. If it's no minister, he's a piece of shit.
I am calling on all the parents. If you love your children, do not put your children on these old decommissioned bus that the US says is not healthy to carry American children. In spite of what this criminal transportation minister say, him not love or no. If you love your children, continue to charter the taxi them and the coaster bus man them for continue to carry your children the way you used to. Comrade Leader Mark Golden was going to give them 10,000 a month per child.
No.
But when they choose to go otherwise, well, you know.
Yes. No, you know one of them. You know one of them.
No one of them.
And the people them rob the election faster. The people them put them support behind the People's National Party. Brown and the police and civil society rob the election.
The police.
Yeah, we not go really.
Yes.
Yeah, we not go really knock with people. We can't knock with people. With people hold on the pastor. Let me don't make the point here. Yeah. Because you see the blood and fire comrade people who we know rally to the cause of the People's National Party and support the rally them. Them people that come out and vote them. Let them come out to get them. Right. You understand? Gladstone Brown, I mean. Yeah. And the police them. And that, I remember phrase the police them correctly. The GLP police them are Andrew Holness employ. Film police when have in the GSCF. Yeah. Andrew police them. Gladstone Brown and civil society. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, Andrew Gladstone Brown. Yeah, you have to give that name there. And civil society. Them contrive to steal, them contrive to steal the election from the People's National Party.
Right.
Because these people were bribed and bribed sufficiently that they could not refuse.
Right.
Remember, you have the EOJ office right under the Prime Minister nose every day.
Right. Right.
And him a collaborate with this guy. And this guy decided to go Andrew way and not the people's way. So what is happening to Jamaica? It rests on the shoulder a nasty glass pole, tadpole, green brown. You understand?
Yeah.
So we know say everything rests on the boy's shoulder.
Yeah.
Yes, Pastor.
In addition to what you say, I agree with you 100% and follow along. But you have to include the labor rights them who take money for go vote for that criminal government.
Overrun. We know that. But can anybody ever vote? Them take money or not. But you can't thief the election. Because
the Labour Party will always have its supporter, you know. The Labour Party will always have them supporter, and we don't really care what for them supporter want to do. We know the people. Yeah. We know the people in Jamaica was in support for the People's National Party to an extent we would have won the election square and fair by a substantial margin at that. You understand? Right. So where the coverage is concerned, I have to applaud the comrades them to turn out that them numbers. We see it. We know them come out for the change. But these people orchestrate another game and steal the election.
Right.
And the entire world, all in the UK have people in that rant and rage mood, you know, against we're going to Jamaica. Me I tell you, right round the world, people in them mood, them feelings, them anger towards what take place in Jamaica. Yeah. And so we have to call upon, you know, some more strong arm force to get behind the movements of where we are put forward right now. We have to call upon the leader of the People's National Party for just, you know, methodically go through the process, yeah, and come up with the right formula, because there must be justice in the system.
Yeah.
Because one of them seat they need for rerun. Yeah. Them need to go to the court and rerun.
I'm gonna just say this real quick. Me, who grew up in East Kingston, Franklin Town, yeah, right around the corner from York Street, I lead to Dunkirk. Steve McGregor is my MP candidate, and I'm saying, Comrade Steve SSP McGregor, you need to request a magisterial recount, because you need Steve McGregor, you need to go listen to Big Mama Friday evening gone. Glasspool Brown at 5:35 was their guest, and he said unequivocally that all the boxes that they were saying was stolen in Western St. Mary and other part of Jamaica was a lie, because at the end of election night, every box was accounted for and counted in the preliminary counts. So if him, who's the head of the EOJ, who should be in prison right now, can confirm that there was no outstanding box at the end of the counting, preliminary counting Wednesday night, that how in the world they find 2 other additional boxes when TVJ showed the final count?
Does Mark William have a Jamaican passport?
Sorry, number stop. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So if TVJ can put up a graph that says 80 bucks out of 80 bucks and Steve McGregor win by 12 votes. So if all the bucks were confirmed by TVJ coming out of the EOJ, where in the world did they find 2 additional bucks 2 days after the count finished, the preliminary count?
This 2 days after.
Right, a fraud that tried to thief my MP candidate from not representing in Parliament for Central Kingston. And him need to go at the Supreme Court a morning early and go file a magistrate. Listen, Donovan Williams is part of the jail scandal. In the article that was released, I mean the invoice that was released is holding shares for the person who is person A, and we all have the idea that person A is Craven A. So them want him in the Parliament for continue the criminality for cover for craving ear. So Steve McGregor, as a former SSP, a man who abide by the law and enforce the law, this is your moment. You can't make them thief this from you. Go to the court a morning and file a magisterial recount. You have evidence. Go on Big Mama station and get the video Friday evening down at 5:35 when Glasspool confirmed. So every box was accounted for on election night. Back over to you, Father Lord.
All right, let me show you something. Let me show you something. So when I talk about birth certificate, Queen E also say this. What's this?
Question I want to ask. Does Mark Gold have a Jamaican passport?
What does that have to do with him? We are talking about the country around the man born in Jamaica. If I born in Jamaica, I don't have no passport. That has nothing to do with me. I don't want to travel. But what's this? You look here.
Question I want to ask. Does Mark Gold have a Jamaican passport?
Mark Gold have a Jamaican passport. This all this have nothing to do with no travel. If you're Jamaican, you know what Jamaican have a passport. They never want to travel. And they never travel and they don't have no money. You born a Jamaican have a passport. But all these things, all this kind of politics, remember play it back. You saw all them big ass things, remember play it back. Look here.
Question I want to ask. Does Mark Gold have a Jamaican passport?
All that regional politics. So you see me the passport, that means him have a birth certificate. And yesterday Andrew come up with that too again. He have to show me birth certificate. When we look big dirty thinking that will pump bars run out. And when we look on him government profile in bar 1958. Him never look like him born in Jamaica. But you still on him thing when he put out in 1963. And he put out something in 2013. We not just that.
But Father Alone, some Puerto Rico is one of the U.S. territory, right?
Of course.
And anybody who born in Puerto Rico is automatically U.S. citizen.
I know.
And so, as a result, his mother was born in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
That means he is, by descent, a U.S. citizen.
Yes. But
and that's what,
right. I'm sure everything I put it up the other day, 1958 in Barn. 2 different birthdays, you know. That piece of shit, you know.
Right.
Yes.
And in 2007, criminal Daryl Vaz, who is a criminal from the beginning, ran for member of parliament as a dual U.S. citizen and hide it from the Jamaican people.
Sure, him hide it.
It took the courts.
That dude cannot do.
Them to carry them to court.
That dude, yes.
Right, and force them to give up, renounce their U.S. citizenship. Now, under section 9 of the Constitution, right, tells you what a dual U.S. citizenship is. That's the provision, section 9. Section 39 provision under the Constitution tells you who is qualified. Any Commonwealth citizen is qualified, but them have to come to Jamaica and live there for at least 12 months. Then them can represent in politics. Section 40 of the Constitution provision indicates that if you are from a non-Commonwealth country like the United States, you are disqualified for representing in politics in Parliament. So in 2007, the court should have disqualified him and Warmington based upon the language and the provision of Section 40 of the Jamaican Constitution. I don't know why in the world, that's the big mistake they're making at 2007. Why them just allow him to renounce from a non-Commonwealth country, which is a violation of Section 40 of the Constitution, and allow him to run a by-election and run for parliament. If the court did honor the language of the Constitution, this criminal what we have now will rob $1.4 billion in the school bus and other atrocities throughout Portland, what we talk about all the while. If the court had stick by the language of the Constitution, both him and Warmington would not be in government, because Warmington, even though them set him for renouncing 07, him never renounced in 2011. 4 years later, Warmington hold on upon him dual US citizenship for and violate and breach and still sit in a parliament. Them people are criminal. Hey, you see when we are beat and teach, we have the facts, we know how we are talking, but we not come here so we know propaganda and misinformation. Because we do a study and we do a research and we do homework. Vaz is a criminal, Warmington is a criminal, Charles is a criminal, even our brother is a criminal who run for MP candidate and then win MP and then give up FEMO 17 months later. True. The one of them have that intention that them don't honor the very constitution where them swore by. Watch next week when them take them oath. Every last one of them going to put them on a Bible and swear by the constitution for carry the oath with them swear by. But yet, Charles Jr., him corrupt sister Michelle Charles, who run her from foreign because she was being investigated for Medicaid fraud and Medicare fraud by the Florida Department of Health. The whole of them sit on the parliament as dual US citizen, which is wrong. Section 40 disqualify the whole of them.
And I endorse every drop of word where you just said a while ago, Pastor. You understand? But make me look more in depth on this guy Pumbaz. In any other jurisdiction in the world, if your name come up in an allegation of murder, you can't enter into politics. So at this, so me go back to the genesis why this guy shouldn't in our politics.
Yeah.
Him name called Pandayan Smith. We never hear nobody else name call. I one name call. And it's a guy where nobody never know him in a public life. So you target him. Him was obscured in a Jamaican vision. A few people know who him is and who him connected to at the time. Had the news highlight him to the Jamaican citizen. So for your name called for murder and rape. Oh, you end up as parliamentarian. Something is wrong with our justice system. He should have never even gone nowhere near being selected even as a councillor. You can't touch the political landscape with that hanging over you. It bars you entirely. So how did Pumbaz get to this stage? Corruption. Corruption. And we don't have proper checks and balance. And we don't uphold the principle of what we know constitute in our democratic society. We don't even recognize the Westminster model. But at the time, the Queen crown was on every government official. So it should have been recognized and upheld. Pumbaz should never enter into politics at no level. You understand? The only farmer participant that him should have is a voter. You understand? And him should have gone in prison for the crime him commit. He should have. You understand? God, we just know how the system run, you know. Yeah? We know. Nobody else name no call upon that. And what followed that story that was be a hanky-panky news. Them try to implicate a little man named Shorty, but hustle him look a hockey. Yeah, we used to Shorty end up a foreign all. Too much thing come out for that.
Shorty come out and talk. I know Shorty, them have to let go Shorty.
Shorty come out and talk, of course. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so you know, say some cover up did a go on. So that alone, your name can call for certain activity. Yeah, as it relates to rape and murder. But you still end up as a politician. That's wrong. And them things that we have to start look for and stamp them out. Anybody we have dual citizen can come to our parliament, can enter our landscape of politics. People with your name attached to crime from youth, you can't come there, so. You cannot come there, so. You are forbidden from the process. Yeah, because see, as a result of them mistake there, you know, Jamaica pay dearly if you have a guy like this. If you have a guy like Pumvaz. Yeah, he mash up Portland, him wreck Portland, you know. Cause even film seat a buy and buy it. Buy and buy it.
Yeah, man.
And him use some outside faction to come intimidate the people. You understand? And we know who they are. Cause remember them guys go to Portland, you know, and I be a crime. Portland crime statistic rise. Portland did have one of the lowest murder rate out of all parish in Jamaica. But since the bars them go take lodgement round there, so Portland thing rise, spiral. Murder go on to Portland now. Portland has become scared of them own life in them place.
Yeah.
Land grabbing are going around there.
That's why
cocaine shipment take
I do this.
Cocaine shipment take over Portland and rename it in a coke land. You understand? And money now start the order of the day when it comes to voting time. You have some guy just come around because you know most people in them place there, as rural place. Them not really have a job where them go. Them just provide for themselves by being a farmer and who can have a little corner shop. And it just an inner parish thing you have. You understand where people just try to be self-reliant to keep them head above water. So him know that. So when him come with a whole heap of money like what we see in the past, because we not just talk about this election. We see it in a previous election. The people them giving to that, because them weak. And them where money is concerned is a scarcity for them. That's why these guys don't want to bring no job investment. No way. People don't have no job more than a limited amount where they because them want to know so them have a whole lot of people who are dependent on getting money in them hand. People who are not privileged for money, them know them weak when them see money. You couldn't do that in a more highly proficient society where people are earn them own money. Yeah, but in a situation like Jamaica, where people not earn, then them can easily bribe them. But we know the comer them stand up against that because the manifesto Mark Wolin put out, you know, was a manifesto where they make the entire Jamaica start grow again. Was empowerment. You understand? Was power back in the people hand. So under no circumstance, the people wouldn't bypass that package. If you have non-existent package, because the GLP never have no manifesto. Me never hear a party when I have a manifesto win a general election. Me never hear that yet, brother.
Because they never win, brother. Them thief the election.
But we know, but we just assess so.
Yes. Them couldn't
you
win.
understand? Them can't win. So them have to thief it. Because them couldn't win without a manifesto. So you have to thief it. And them thief it not for the benefit of the people, you know, for the benefit of themselves.
Yes.
People like Big Mama benefit from this, you know.
Big Mama forgot president.
Because Big Mama 1.3 billion, maybe I turn 1.4 now.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it turn 1.4, but me nah get to the way now. Me think I get to what me I say now because Big Mama, remember I know the paper now 14 again, you know.
Well, that's why I was telling now.
Anybody going on that? Yeah, I better uno low it because anybody going on that. You call it. What you call it? What kind of duck again? Liam duck?
Liam duck.
Liam duck or sitting duck. Liam or sitting duck.
No, pass through there. The guy when him dirty thinking landlord first long time, so now right. Me say dirty thinking landlord because me say something to landlord too. Landlord, you see no phone about right. No phone at the party, you know, get deep. Only they are jobs, they are foreign sell jobs down. And no phone work with some politician who have beer jobs themselves down. One not pick up for. No phone not criminal, you know. No phone a prostitute, you know, selling yourself to Big Mama, you know. Yeah? Don't come and talk about who get convict and who get this and that because no for no. We know no for police who get rid of you know. Don't come on here. Continue, my brother.
Yeah, man. So we know exactly where we have to point the finger. Yeah. And we have to make sure no, so going forward, we don't find ourselves in a situation like this. You understand? And if the real outside world want to do nothing, no act fast because Jamaica in a crisis. Jamaica need help from outside intervention. You understand? From leaders who are powerful, influential leaders in the world. Jamaica need that. Because I love Jamaica, you know. Yeah? And America, we know about some development now with Venezuela and all these things. But Jamaica more serious than Venezuela. Because Jamaica have all of the Chinese them in our backyard. We don't need to take a look at that, you know. That is a critical area where we need to start paying attention upon. Because Jamaica has become the transshipment hub in the region for drugs trafficking. It's a very big market where Jamaica encompass. Yeah, Jamaica embrace that market. You understand? So we need America, Donald Trump. Yeah, you can't just move at some other places and you not focus on Jamaica. Jamaica need your eyes and your intervention. If you say you're the man who want to clean up in the Americans, yeah, are you fearful of the reprisal and attack from outside people, yeah, who you know are your enemy? You have to look where I'm going in Jamaica. Me know the geopolitical side of things because the GLP is more affiliated to the capitalists. I want to look for the PMP as a communist. No, PMP are not communist. PMP are socialist party. Democratic Socialist Party who deal with self-reliance. Forget about the backside who want to protect. Because them guys are going to the backside for nothing. Yeah, losing the backside, yeah, is a more lucrative deal than going into a war with China, where Jamaica have under Andrew Holness government. So me a call upon Donald Trump, Marco Rubio, and the whole of them man there, yeah? Because we not deal with something, you know, where it want to expand to Jamaica. This government is sitting too pretty, too comfortable carrying out their activities right in your backyard. Yeah, see them wire top a building where you can't use. The Foreign Affairs Officer under Andrew Holness was wire top. Him give the approval for the Chinese, them do it. Yeah. This guy is a threat to no America. Andrew Holness is a threat to your society, and you have to take a look. Not just Venezuela, because things is brewing in the Caribbean right now, you know, people. Things is brewing in the Caribbean right now. Yeah? There is some deployment that has been deployed to Puerto Rico and standby watch for the region, and Jamaica fall in that. So these people in Jamaica who think so, well, then everything is melancholy and rosy. No, things is looking up dim to Jamaica right now. Because the next bulletin, hold on the pass, I can finish it, I soon come to you. The next bulletin that we might hear is that Jamaica is on the watch, just like Venezuela. So people, we don't need to look out. Things can be getting worse. By keeping this Jamaica Labour Party, who are harboring the Chinese, them in America backyard, things can be rough. Yes, Pastor.
Yeah, I wanted to say Jamaica is on the watch list of the United States of America. Venezuela have oil, and America is in the oil business too. So the focus, right, and them have a dictator down there that America claim is a dictator they want to get rid of. The differences with Jamaica and Venezuela is that the criminal that we have now is compromised. The American government have him filed. The U.S. intelligence service already know everything about him. There's nothing that the U.S. intelligence service does not know, because America have spies all over the world, including Jamaica. The embassy in Jamaica, they have people there that keep them abreast upon every situation, every new situation, every circumstance that's happening in Jamaica. Even though it looks like America is focusing on Venezuela and Panama, instead of WAF, what Jamaica have, the port, is a big deal to the United States. And you see, because the Chinese control the port in a Jamaica, Kingston WAF, watch to see in the coming months. Remember this, because I'm not talk propaganda, you know. Watch to see in the coming months how America is going to shift their policy towards Jamaica. And when they shift their policy towards Jamaica, they might go after the prime minister, and the deal them will make with the China harbor, the construction of the road with satellite imagery for track US ships in the Caribbean. Them are go after him because him compromise between, as we said, Father Lonesome, the eagle and the dragon. Remember that conversation that Sir Melting Pot. So him not getting, I tell somebody Friday, I'm gonna say, you know what? Come here, I use my analytical skills. I say, maybe God allow Comrade Leader Mark Golding not this time for become prime minister because Trump is in the White House. And the way Trump are moving now, he might go after all the BRICS nation and every country. He might go after China, he might go after Russia, he might go after South Africa, he might go after India, he might go after everybody.
Yeah, but
remember, one last point. In 1962, there was this thing called the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's in the history book where President F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, put a blockade on the Atlantic Ocean to stop the Russians from carrying missiles into Cuba, which is located 90 miles off the shore of South Florida. And if the Chinese control the wharf down at Jamaica, and America watch them because they might be smuggling anything in Jamaica right now that me and you probably don't know about. But the US intelligence is aware of it because them have spy satellite, them have listening device technology, them have drone surveillance technology. So America know everything what go on. America even listen to them conversation and them they even know it because America is equipped with them kind of technology there. So watch in the couple months to come. Maybe God protect Comrade Leader Mark Golding from get caught up in this web.
No, I'm not caught up in that, man. Moon even
no,
use the word.
Caught up in Jamaica.
Yes.
That I mean. Yeah, back over to you, Father Lonesome.
Yeah, man. All right, so I'm going to show you our next video now with Dora Dixon. You remember the promise where Andrew making all kind of things? And she come and said, they're going to do this and do this. She came out last week, and this is what she said, so. She didn't even know it from Woodfoot when they doing
Holness. And so we take our cues from him. And he has said that we will continue to lead in terms of humility. And that is what we will do. That is what we will endeavor to do. We'll continue to work for everyone. There's a lot more work to be done. I found myself this morning looking at the manifesto and looking at all the things that we've said we're going to do and thinking through how we're going to do them. Looking at all the things that we've said we're going to do and thinking through how we're going to do them. We've already started to think. And looking at all the things that we've said we're going to do and thinking through how we're going to do them. We've already started to think. At the manifesto and looking at all the things that we've said we're going to do and thinking through how we're going to do them. We've already started to think, and we'll continue to do so with the.
That makes sense, Tono.
That
makes sense, Tono.
No,
people, and then you think, oh, well, I do this. So you never really have no plan.
Yeah.
You hear this?
Yeah, man. Propaganda she come with, man. Propaganda she did that talk about. When she that talk about, like, so well, then, boy, them have all the plans and the PNP never have the plans. No, she come a double down. She come a double down. She come a double down now. Because she tell the truth. Don't have any.
We just tell something, say, hey, we are going to the moon, you know. And then we say, so we are going to the moon now, so. Yes, we are going to, Melting Pot and Pastor Ricky. Oh, we are going to the moon. Because we tell the people them say we are going to the moon, you know. We can't just walk go there. Oh, we are going to plan now, we are doing it. And that she just tell me, you know.
Yeah. Because she knows she not on a rocket and the people them will see that them not on a rocket. Yeah. And a rocket carry go moon.
When you teach somebody plan, you don't know if you implement it because it wasn't your plan.
Can't implement it.
Yes.
It was
exactly.
So the plan now, oh, we are going to do it.
Right.
So when you come with something, you know, if you have a blueprint, then you implement because you have the money. So you have to put it in place, but you don't have nothing. Oh, we are going to do it. You have it work out already before you talk it. So nothing never work out for them. Nothing. You hear that, Nicobai? Yeah, and you hear put vast to 3 years. And in that years.
So when promise the people them, So when promise the people in September morning, no him must say a 3 year. No him must say a 3 year.
And she
So
have no
once
plan
again,
to go for do
she not have
something.
none. So once again, Jamaican people can now continue another course of life being served up as menu.
People.
You understand? Because that's all these nastiness will do. They will continue to lie and trick them way through another period. You understand? Because how is it now this guy going to say 3 years for the school bus rollout program
And she
to
what she
complete it? Where she just a say a garbage. And you can't know. She find a shall laugh. And there was nothing to laugh about in that regard. You understand? So right away, just laughing alone, you know. Make you know, say, them people are joker. Them are liars. Them are deceiver. Them are trickster. Them are conster. Yeah?
In other words,
Them are what you call bandulis. Them are
yeah.
bandulis around the country. Andrew entire cabinet are peer bandulo people in it. You understand? Them find always a means, you know, to come address the people them with nothing but pure lie. So the lie continue now, you know. It just did pause. Because the only time the lie would have stopped and the con and trick and deceive and corruption is if Mark Golding did be the Prime Minister who will write a new slate. You understand? Who will operate from a clean slate. You see me I say? With Andrew Holness as a continuation. Yeah, I just cut for intermission with you. You understand? So we know have to make sure no say you what now. We have to bring down this corrupted empire where we have in Jamaica.
Of course.
And by all means, we know our work just began. Yeah.
But
We work hard, you know.
yeah.
A couple of years, you know. But me I tell you, say when the going get tough, the tough get going. Yes,
But
Pastor.
guess what? Melting Pot and Father Lonesome, the Godfather, the trendsetter. Do not read between the lines what she said. In other words, them have to figure out now when them claim said them did have achievements around. If you have an achievement where you claim you achieve, how is it now you're proposing that you're gonna have to figure out how to bring it to pass? If it was an achievement to begin with, right? Let's use logics and common sense. You don't even have to have no education. Just have some common sense and listen to what she said. If she have to know, if the government have to know, figure out, because she's talking about them achievement. Remember that pamphlet with them, the reckless, careless prime
Yeah, man. What them say them have 250?
56, 256. But if this was their achievement, why is it now them have to figure out how them are got implemented? Therefore, do not expect nothing from this government because they don't know how to do nothing. That's basically what she said. Read between the lines.
She don't say she don't do nothing. They never have no achievement, that she don't say. Because if me did not build something, you build a house. You will continue build a house now. If you go second floor and third floor, you not going to think, oh, I'm going to start build it, what I'm going to do. It don't make no sense.
And you already been level 1 and level 2. So you know you're going to be level 3.
You're not supposed to think, oh, we're going to do this. Eh? Can you have the blueprint and the bill?
You have the blueprint, yeah.
So
just a follow through process.
My achievement was false, fake.
Just a follow through process them would have to implement and continue the work. Yeah, but here is she now has stated publicly. Tell them no know.
This man is the lightest man ever walked the face of Jamaica. The lightest.
The earth.
I know him alone. The entire Labour Party, them lie, but him are the leader for the lie. The whole of them lie, you know. I know just Andrew alone that tell lie now, you know. All of them are lie. Yeah, because remember, you know, if Andrew lead it, you know, you have to follow where Andrew do, you know. You have to follow in his footsteps. You have to follow in principle guidelines. So if it's a liar, everybody have to lie. Because remember, you know, if you're involved in a corruption, you know, you have to lie your way through if you come under scrutiny. You understand? Worse, even under the investigation, as it relates to him and the Integrity Commission, everybody have to lie to protect him and film image, because him will lead them, you know, and all of them intertwined with the high level of corruption. Everybody play them part. Everybody a make a food. Them a eat a food, as the narrative would say. You understand? So there is something that they all have to protect. And this one thing is corruption. Because what they are mold and shaping by Andrew Holness and him regime. No, she know. A peak of them fast track her from, you know.
Yes.
Maped, you know. Pika. I see you see on which platform she there now. She there in a more public institution. You understand? Because remember politics bigger than Pika, you know. She attacked to the entire nation now. But a lie she come out with. So you know, say she a piece of shit. She need to get a new year style because I'm up there now. People tired of it. You understand? People tired of them up there. So with all the money where she get, she can't fix up herself. She a piece of shit. She a garbage. Them they mash up Jamaica. Them they wreck the average people life in a Jamaica. Them they not deal with democracy. Them they a piece of shit. This piece of big broad face. Our face broader than Chuck wheel or the bus wheel that will come down. Piece of garbage. Yeah, she all and mash up down the school bus them. Yeah. Because when you have women like them there, you know, who just believe so well then, it's all about them and them party. And them not think far or feel about the massive. They know them a threat to society. And Jamaican people need to realize that these people, these so-called wannabe member of parliament from the Jamaica Labour Party, they are not but a bunch of lunatic and a filthy pit tile full of shit. That's what they are in my calculation. How long them hold the country to ransom? 10 years. You understand? And the 10 years has taken away from about 3 generations. About 3 generations. That 10 year there affect. You understand? Where is the 2030 first world vision where them they put out on the table? Where is the 5 and 4? Where all of them things there? Andrew, you know one thing what me want you do as you take office? Make sure you increase the minimum wages. Make sure you increase the minimum wages. Because you see the minimum wages earner them I look feet, you know. Remember that was the hunger manifesto you come out with. So make sure now you follow through and not and don't double down like the last time for your 100-day plan. We are watch you. We are watch you, Mr. 28 criminal bank account specialist. The man who lie me.
By the way, I'm change that. Him say
talk to the people.
Him a go 18.5. Then him now reach up there yet. So him say him a grow up. Him a grow. Him that grow up the economy first. Like we are telling now. And then because people that lose work and this and then so him go send that grow can't do it.
But him never grow the economy past 1 point.
In a recession, same way.
It's never been 2%. That was a recovery during the COVID era. That wasn't a growth.
Nah.
They might come out a hole in during the COVID recovery.
Yes.
But other than that, they have never grown the economy past 2%. It's mostly 1%.
You mad? 1%. We got up at 2 for pastor. They never grown the economy past 1. A 1% them achieve.
So
1% them achieve annually.
So then I might propose a double the minimum wage when they never grow the economy. It's gonna require growth stimulation to do that.
Yes.
And the PSOJ and the private sector and business owner, they're all against this because them claim say if them have to pay them workers more money when the purchasing power of the people is down and the economy is stagnated, that are gonna drive them out of business, and them not want to do that, so them have to wind up laying off people. Yeah. So it means that a buckle head now with the business sector. But this is why education is important, because if people are reading and going on even the Bank of Jamaica website daily and check out the numbers, what Bank of Jamaica is reporting, and factor in what the economy growth is, and look at the trends, you will see that them can't do nothing what I say. So that's why when Dora said, let's see how we're gonna do this thing. It's like them put themselves between a rock and a hard place now. Because for win an election and the campaign, they make all these grandiose promises, as Father Lonesome, Sir Melton Pot, as we said. Them trick the people, them and show poison upon them after them win. So that's that I gonna continue. Them last 2016 100 days, him not do nothing. 2020 100 days promises, him not do nothing. And all of these things when I do not, if Dora just cannot know, them not know what them are gonna do it.
Pastor Ricky, so one more promise here. Watch this.
2016 in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Holness. You said on February 7, 2016 in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay, within our first 100 days in government, we will start the legislative process to fix the general election date in Jamaica. It's been 3,490 days since. In your May 2016 budget debate, you further stated, the country should not be distracted by protracted periods of uncertainty. Yet, that's exactly what happened with this year's election. After 2 consecutive terms in office, you have failed to deliver on this promise. Why?
Your research into this matter, I respect the question, is incomplete. At the call...
It's not incomplete. In total order. Continue. Remember, if you promise something, you have to do your research on the thing. You have to make sure it's workable before you can chat it. So when Andrew says bullshit, hear this. Hear this. That's what I'm telling you, him lie, and you can't trust him. He's a piece of shit. Hear this.
Of the 2020 general election.
From 2016, he promised it. Hear what I say, yes, sir.
I explained to the public in Parliament that our government actually started work on fixed election date. And we found that it was inconsistent with our constitutional arrangement.
So that don't make no sense.
Lie, Mate.
Hold on. You don't make sure it's workable. You have lawyers running and everybody. You can't come tell the people something 2016. And 2020, you come talk and say, you start work on it, so you find out it won't work with constitution. It's a piece of shit. That's why I say you can't put this.
Lie.
Put on, it have to make sure from day one it can work. Not
of course.
Where I tell we, like what you said, them just tell people anything. And then when you ask them, oh, me try it, but it can't work.
But Father Lonesome, you have the video, Father Lonesome. I'm saying
again.
First 100 days, you have the video.
That's them asking about. Yeah, what am I asking about it?
2016 in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay. Within our first 100 days in government, we will start the legislative process to fix.
We must start the legislative project. This I did start in another 100 days. Yeah,
the general election date in Jamaica. It's been 3,490 days since. In your May 2016 budget debate, you further stated, the country should not be distracted by protracted periods of uncertainty. Yet, that's exactly what happened with this year's election. After 2 consecutive terms in office, you have failed to deliver on this promise. Why?
Your research into this matter, I respect the question, is incomplete.
You can't say it's incomplete. That you make the promise. First 100 days.
100 day video, Father.
100 days. Well, I'm not here.
At the calling of the 2020 general elections, I explained to the public in Parliament that our government...
So for instance, 2020 people, remember 100 days 2016. Yeah? So we must say yes, so. And by the way, any promise where you make, what me I try to tell them, you know, Pastor Ricky and Melting Pot. If me come and say me a promise for drive go down the road, me have to know say me have the vehicle, me can drive, me not have to walk. No, so I go.
Of course. Right. Of course.
You cannot promise the first 100 days 2016, and then you come and say after 2020, you're looking at it, but it can't work. That means you're not tell lie.
Exactly.
Lie, I tell. Because watch on no panelist.
It couldn't happen. So all people will believe in you. And it can't.
But the first thing,
to go and to a fucking prison, a piece of shit here, you know.
Hey, the first thing what this guy are doing, you know, him never table a bill in a parliament in regards to that. Him never.
Never.
That's the first step he would have to make. He would have to table a bill in a parliament as it relates to having a fixed date, yeah, for election. That would have run through the Senate. You understand? And come back with it final, and then it pass into law if everybody agree.
Melting
He never do nothing.
Hold on, Melton. If this man a talk about him want a 4th term, That means them never have no intention for have no term limits to begin with. Them hunger for power, can't you see it, man?
That alone tell you again.
Exactly.
No, that's why I just say, man. That's why I'm not tabling a bill. That's why I'm never tabling a bill in the first place. I'm not going to wait there. I'm going to tell the people them that to get the people them thinking so well and them clean and them going to run fear and them not fear nothing. This guy fear losing an election. He want for whole power because remember, you know, this guy is a legacy guy, you know. Right now, I must say, well, we equal PG 3 term. Them can't say PG are the only 3 term. That's what the guy operate. But I steal the guy, steal the election.
You can't equal the term. You can't thief.
I steal him, steal it. It's a null and void. Prime Minister is a null and void piece of shit dismissing in front of me. Come in and change from that. Andrew will always be piece of shit in my eyes. You understand? It's a null and void guy, this. When the outside world I look on and I criticize him and I chat him, and all the outside leader of them country know say him is a thief, him is a criminal. Them hear all the allegation that is labeled against this guy, you know. And this guy carry an agency of the state, you know. In a court, over him criminality, what can go so him is a piece of fucking shit, Andrew Holness. We have to get rid of him.
It's not legitimate.
We have to get rid of Andrew Holness. You understand? We have to mash up the regime here with the boy they were creating our place. Yeah.
Yes. Hear this.
We have to deal with them for the level, brother.
On fixed election day.
Hear this.
And we found that it was inconsistent with our constitutional arrangements.
That don't make no sense. Because you come that you have lie around, you shouldn't make the promise that me you trick the voters them in a 2015.
Trick the voters them, my brother.
You trick the people them. Open the list with a liar guy.
It's
reckless.
Because before you make a proposal, you're supposed to think it through step by step.
You have to work it out.
Right.
It have to workable.
Before
you can't just come and say, me go to the moon, but you can't go there. This is what Andrew do and continue to do. You can't get to this time.
I'm reckless and I'm thinking, if him got show something where him never think to and process to see what the pros and cons are before you announce it, he's a reckless person. It's illegitimate.
That means him do anything. You can't trust him. See that?
And therefore, we did not include it in our 2020 manifesto. It is no longer a part of our platform.
That don't make no sense. So you can say this, if they continue to say the same thing each time, the bus them
every time
no longer a part of a platform because the old school bus them will not think it true. You waste 1.4 billion, then him come back. What we just tell you is not a part because we never think it true.
Them never think it true. Yeah.
You don't see my garbage. Look on this.
More to that, however, is the fact that in seeking to have all of these previous considerations included, we went about putting in place a constitutional reform commission that would bring all the considerations for
well, you say it now work. So you consider something now work. That makes sense? So you do constitution reform because you want to be a president. Because you want much do those. To then call him president in the criminal world. So you want to take over and you take over. You don't want to turn the president now. Yeah, you turn the person now gangland. You don't see my garbage.
Constitutional reform under an expert review. That expert review was thwarted by the opposition.
That makes sense.
Yes, these considerations were considered from 2016, but the reality of our constitutional arrangement made us take a different route.
That means you can't trust Andrew Holness.
You can't touch him.
I'm telling you what we find out is bare lies.
You can't trust him.
So all him are telling
you cannot trust him.
Him is a garbage. One pile of garbage, my load of shit. Hear this.
Which is to go to a comprehensive constitutional reform, which was frustrated by the opposition.
Over to Mr. Golding to respond.
Just before I respond, just to point out that Mr. Holness's data is not current. The Fiscal Commissioner issued a release, I think it was today actually, indicating that with the National System of Accounts being updated, GDP has been adjusted, and we're now at 62% of GDP. That's what the debt is at the end of March this year, and we will more than likely achieve 60% this fiscal year. No, please, you're not entitled to do that. The flip-flopping from the Prime Minister is manifest. They were supposed to have impeachment. There's no impeachment. Fixed election day, no fixed election day. Ring fencing the NHT, they have taken over $130 billion out of the NHT.
Anything we tell you, anything my Andrew want to tell you, it him use otherwise and try to put an albatross on your neck. Andrew want to stay jealous. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad you use the term albatross.
Yes.
People who know it's affiliated to the game of golf. You understand?
Yes.
This guy is a serious mastermind criminal in our society. We use lie to project where I'm going with, so-called, and then come to a reverse psychology. Yeah? As to when him a double down on what him say. You know what him say? I blame the opposition. But me know him never table nothing. And the class when I'm using it, opposition wouldn't go for that.
No.
Yeah, because I want force thing rather than table a bill and let it do the process through the Senate, the upper house, the lower house, and the upper house. And then it come back, yeah, to the committee. And then it go into, if the committee vote in favor of it, it got in a legislation and pass into law. Him never do not like that.
No, but hear this.
So you know, say, him a just shit house by all means. Because remember, him arm himself with criminal, you know. The biggest criminal when find himself around, you know, is dead man Mackenzie, you know.
Yes.
Because him a the known criminal in the party.
Yes, yes.
And him push Andrew Holness to do a whole for the corruption. Most of the thief in where Andrew go on, it's orchestrated by dead man. Because dead man didn't see the magnitude of how Siago used to rip out the country.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yes,
so we know all them set them thing and how them organize them settings, you know. Yeah? And we have said too much of them all nasty. You know, member of parliament still exists in our politics. People who we know say practice criminality for more than a decades now. Them still itch up in it. We have to get them out. Them political career for done.
Yeah.
If Jamaica to go forward, they have to kill them garbage by using some insecticide. Yeah, fumigate them to eradicate them. You have to fumigate them shit house, yeah. Them cockroach, them chink up in a parliament, yeah. Fumigate them to eradicate them. I yield back the floor.
But 1 second. When the when the criminal talk, right?
Yes.
After look at the pattern, his intentions and his action. His intentions versus his action.
Yes.
His intention when him speak is to deceive the people and to trick them.
Yes.
And then his actions clash with his intentions. His action is not to deliver what his intention was when him speak to the people. And so as a result, when we look at his pattern and his mode, how him operate, he's a do-nothing prime minister, because nobody in Jamaica can show where him really do over the last 10 years.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. So every time him speak with intentions, but him action does not align with his intentions. So he's a true failure, and someone, as you said, Father Lonesome, Sir Melting Pot, he cannot be trusted. I guarantee you, everything what them promise in them last leading up to this general election, if them get sworn in, they will do absolutely nothing, because it's the pattern coming from 2016 and 2020, and no, them haven't done nothing. So he's a loser and a failure. I'm just feel it for the Jamaican people, because appear more atrocities and austerity measures them are going to show up on the people them. And it's sad, because we the diaspora them are going to reach out to.
Of course.
And we them are going to call and what can't really write them off, you know, what for sure compassion.
Well, you know. You are no my plan going forward, yeah, as a part of the diasporan community, yeah, is that we have to be selective in how we really, aid people in Jamaica, yeah. We know so the cover them come out, You understand? So in my calculation now, would I look for help them people from them constituents where we know so deliver the victory to the PNP. You understand? The place that we still sell out one, we still have to take a dim view upon that same way. You understand? But we have some places where we know them brand. Like this when they have cattle in the US, down in Texas, and you have a brand. We know them places, Nothing for going to them places. Because them places need to start recognize it can't be about a party and the color. Yeah, and some guy come give some little random slogan about choose Jamaica, you run with that, You have to look on where happening at Jamaica, how the life impact by the result of corruption. You understand? As they just rightfully say, him can't show nobody what him do. Yeah? But we can tell him what him do. You understand? Because now not to show the people, But we can't tell him what him do. Because Andrew do is rob the country using corruption. But you can't see a school, a sports center, a health center. Him no build nothing. The man rob every money will come at Jamaica for the people. That's how we practice. That's in our DNA. The man sit down at the Prime Minister office run construction firm. Whole heap of development them run. The man run all type of business, shell company, trucking, him and him wife. You understand? But I'm glad she can't be the most speaker of the house this time around. So we know the power slowly diminish. Because he can't bully Marky G in a parliament again, And Marky G, if you turn him in a sitting duck or a lame duck.
No, he must be in there.
No, him not in there by all means.
No,
or if you're under investigation by the Integrity Commission, but you name the pan ballot. You're supposed to step aside until your court case, if you win, you can't come back. If you lose, you go one side and go spend the time in a prison. You're not supposed to bully yourself in our political affair. Like so, well then, yeah, it will apply to other people. All right, look what they do with Corporal Rowan James. We put it on interdiction, For lesser something, because the man has stand up for the rank and file member where he represent. For them overtime pay where UNO no give the people them. And right away, UNO an affiliated member from upper top. Put the man for interdiction. UNO suppress all the man voters' right. Because the man is still a police and being paid by UNO. Whether to whatever percentage I don't know about, UNO still a PM. Him the pound the books. But he can't vote on the regular day when police vote. So them things that just show the high level of corruption we are run under Andrew Holness administration. Them not no regard for nobody if you're not in favor of them. So you can't have a prime minister where in the response people where PNP must respond to labor rights. But yet still PNP are contribute to the tax pool. Where must spend, where must rob out, where must issue money willy-nilly to people for vote. You understand? Number one, the guy are going in the budget, the people have money and I take it out for vote. Which is legal. If you got prison for these things.
Illegal, of course. Illegal.
Yeah. The solidarity fund when take.
Illegal.
Yeah. Illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell people, we see me now one green bus. I don't know where I get it from. It look like a coaster or space something. Yeah. Me I go tell Andrew Holness and them people, you see you go around go trick them with back to school gift for the year. Make sure next September when the election now run, you do the same thing, Because you say you're mobile unit.
He's not supposed to be in a prime minister jail, him supposed to prison, him supposed to there,
Well.
And them no win the PMP for just carry them a court. Can nobody now
court it to come on.
Yeah. Yes.
I will for them seat the need for rerun. You need you them no want a magisterial recount for them there. You need to rerun them there based on the high level of corruption where you see.
If the People's National Party go a court a morning before the Governor General swear them criminals are in, we can flip 7 seats what me identify.
More than 7, my brother, but at least 7.
And we can form the next government, honestly, because there are 7 seats where me identify irregularities, voter fraud in that, including the prime minister seat where I'm lose.
That guy, nobody knows running back.
But remember, you know, I know just on the voter fraud, you know. You have the suppression side of the voters, right? Where the police them deal with that part there. Hey, the way the man them plan this thing here. Everybody have them duty and them roll out for perform. Them use all type of mechanism and 1 or 2 or 3, you know. And several different mechanisms the people them have. So it confuse the people. And I like you look for the one thing and you hear to well, and when you're going at this, them I do abide that. No, them I do all type of thing. You get pushed back from outside, and when you do go inside, the line process slow. They will ask you all type of garbage question. They will tell you how to vote when they're not supposed to tell you nothing how to vote. Every voter know how to vote. They will confuse the people, especially the older people that come in. Because they know the Jamaican society, the massive lack education and knowledge and skill, you know.
Now show you the people put out how you vote. Now show you. But look on this before me show that. Look on this.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
Andrew predict him say a Nostradamus. Not Nostradamus, a Nostradamus. Andrew a Nostradamus, you know.
Yeah, man.
Where I do two and this him do. Because you don't come in with a prime minister 2 term. You not about 3 term and 4 term. So that was in a film intention from number 1. It was a trick.
Right.
And then anything where you promise the people, remember you have to sit down and work that out to have be workable. Yeah?
Right.
So you can't come and me try it. I'm going to say if it doesn't work, it no make no sense.
But Father Lonesome, look on the contradiction where him stand up on a national debate stage before millions of people all over the world, including Jamaica, and deny himself about the first 100 days where he promised term limits. And here's the video. I'm glad you played, because this show him as a pathological liar who cannot tell the truth and admit to what him say I'm gonna do. Because on the debate stage, him say the reporter asked him the question, him say him have it wrong. The Prime Minister look on the man and say him have it wrong. Meaning that mean it said. But here's the video now confirming what him said.
Yeah, because him say when them start looking at it in 2020, them say, you know, it a clash with the constitution. But me I say, you have lie around you, Malawu mattress and the one of them. You that work it out before you put it out. Anything where remember you know you run a country. Anything where you put out it have a workable and it for truthful. You can't mislead the people them and tell them lie. So you can't come and say this term, boy, I'm gonna take it in and the next term, but it can't work. That means I trick the people, they just fling out something.
Hey,
like, you want to fling out more things. Them just say with the bus, 3 years and look how the bus them all.
You can't trust them for do nothing.
These people are liars, them not do not them are shit. And people taxpayers money and rub up the thing and spend and trick Jamaican people for all about themselves. The one of them should have gone to prison. All of them are shit.
The biggest lie where Andrew tell in a recent time, you know, and I debate with Marky Gino, where him say him not under investigation, you know. That's the biggest lie. You understand? You can't imagine, hey, you call him pathological liar, the same pugnacious, very rude and out of order and bright with him lie. He's pugnacious. You understand? How can you, in the entire world, outside of Jamaica, all around the entire globe, know same under investigation? You understand? And this guy in our national debate, yeah, with him opponent, Sir Marky G, in front of a man like Sir Marky G, you know, the man has said him not under investigation. Yeah? So, where you look on that now? Where you determine from that? You determine that this guy will lie and wait through all a brick inch. a 10-inch brick wall.
I wrote the bulldozer, them say a lie.
All right. Even that, him say a lie. Even that, road of the bulldozer, him say a lie, not go so.
Now say it as she.
You understand?
She. Because she lied to.
But ma'am, hey. She have to say what him want to hear, you know. Anything where come from road amount of where Andrew tell her to say, you know. A puppet and string.
You understand?
Talk
about the baby mother.
Oh, you mean if the baby mother me I talk about? And the baby mother will say when she pregnant I ain't grown 5 she have, you know. And the baby mother me I talk about. You understand? Yeah, because that's some nasty lie them, you know.
Yeah.
Why I think he have to protect him baby mother? Him baby mother council them lose the 4th division in a local government election, but yet still she win general and win it by a substantial margin. Because her seat was one of the seats where Andrew them spend money on for winning. You know?
Yeah.
We know that. You understand? So when you look on them behavior pattern here with the Andrew Holness, Andrew nasty Holness, yeah? You know, say, we not have the money I represent you, man. The man that can't represent Jamaica no more, man. Yeah, the entire world want to get rid of him, you know. But they want to wait for the right people to step towards him. And you see if the world no back. He have to move and go one side. Because in the UK, yeah, the people in a ups, in a them head space as to what take place in Jamaica. People mad. But people are run. People are rage.
In the UK have to resign.
All right.
Issues.
Angela Rayner, yeah. She have to resign, because that's why I'm saying, the Westminster model, nothing wrong with it, or who I use it. In England, and the Westminster model, you have once a year, anything like that, you have to move. And move fast. Not a long time either. You have to move fast. Because I'm going to tell you, BBC, them coming like police. When for them journalists come at you, man, them not stopping until them achieve what them know them be achieving.
So everything up there do the same thing.
Yeah, same with CNN.
Same way.
They must send you to prison.
Of course.
Investigational journalists.
They must send you to prison when they must dig
All right. Just look one sooner. Yeah. In a back car taxi. And I'm go on him social media thing. You understand? Don't you see them charge him because he never have a seatbelt, you know, and him a drive, you know.
Yeah.
At the back of the taxi him there.
And I'm forcing for calling election last July 4th because of them things.
Me say, up here some man, if the Westminster model where them are using in Jamaica was applied like how it applied in the UK. Jamaica not strive, man. Andrew Holness couldn't do that perform the way I perform. Him could not tell a lie, he would have get impeachment. Because he couldn't struck impeachment off of it. That would have to depend there. You understand? I saw them all people accountable, people in a high official. You think our flight green could have break no movement there and still run in an election? Yeah?
Boris Johnson resigned for the same thing.
All right. You think Happy David, hold on. You think Happy David could have come from hanging tie as it relates to rape a minor when she had 13 for 5 years till she had 18 and in there around the stuff?
Jack the Ripper.
Your mother, a prison hanging tie would have gone from there in the UK.
Yeah.
Once that can be verified and substantiated, him gone to prison for the rest of his life.
Unbroken bars too.
Brothers.
All right, him gone.
Brother, hold on there. Remember a case where we never believe. Remember break a case right now. This we now gone bad in a Jamaica and Holness. Now this one, look at. Now I'm gonna read this. People don't never believe this. This is yesterday. Look at. Something them up to when I'm good enough. This nastiness. Look at. Look on your screen. Mama move this. Yeah, put back this. On the screen. Let me pick it up. A breaking news, this in the people.
Bring it up, them to see.
Them running again. Look on this.
All right, increase the phone.
Read it. Public service announcement for immediate release. Subject
all right, yeah.
regarding recent cyber incident. With what? Pika? Look at this, read this.
All right. Public service announcement for immediate release. Subject service update regarding recent cyber incident. Kingston, Jamaica, September the 6th, 2025. On Sunday, September the 6th, 2025.
Saturday. Sorry, Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
A cyber, but now I said a side away.
Yeah, it does cut off. Some cyber ink, does say ink, was detected.
All right. Was detected by the information and communication technology, yeah, ICT team at the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA. Quick and decisive action by the ICT team, yeah, limited the impact of the breach.
Them have a breach.
Yeah, the action taken include containing the threat, notifying the relevant regularity authorities, beginning the process.
Hold on, remember a passport and thing them deal with. I wonder if we think them going to go do one. Me not understand this. What kind of authorities? Go through.
Yeah, all right. Beginning the process of system and operational recovery. As a precaution, PICA has moved some of its system offline.
Because of some foolishness, them hide.
Yeah.
So the online thing, or you have to move them offline.
All right. It's a
continue.
Yeah. At this time, there is no indication that any personal data has been compromised.
I like them I tell them going to thief something, so them I try talk about a system break. Continue.
Yeah. Investigation are still ongoing. Yeah. To determine the full scope of the incident, as the response team continue to probe the incident, yeah, members of public may experience some delay in accessing some service. PICA continue to work diligently while the MOCA and Jackrit, to restore full operation. We ask for the public patience as we probe this matter. For further inquiry, please contact Jackrit at whatever.
So all PICA get breach. You know, Sister Jamaica garbage. And people think they're going to them data and them thing there, you know.
And them,
and then take off something off a line. Yeah? You spend 4 billion with Israeli, them must show now.
This is why you can't trust them with your personal information.
Everything means that about breach.
This is why we can't support NIDS, a biometric data track and trace with your personal information. You can't trust this government with it. Because if them can't protect simple institution like PICA, how will you trust them with your personal private data, your medical records, and them thing that where nobody not supposed to know? In America, them have a law named HIPAA, means you cannot reveal any personal medical information, whether it's medication, treatment about a person. So if them not have the infrastructure set up for protect online information, this government not ready. It is just that simple, because we know, say, that the Minister of Technology is a criminal, and we cannot rule him out on nothing that happened like this in Jamaica. Unless they're covering up something. Me and Kamala Rightmonger was on my thing 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about the influence of Chinese national in this election, because them have citizens where you can buy your citizenship now from Jamaican government. And so we don't know. We were wondering if they will use Chinese national in this election through PICA. So whatever information, who is trying to hack into PICA? Why is PICA so relevant at this time? I mean, are they hacking in for restore what them take out? I mean, are them are do it? Are the government people them are do it? Simple.
But Pastor, the other thing them could have got people go take out of people information, you know. And them now go put it back. Them just go scan it and know what they're on the system. That's all them do. You understand? But that's a breach of people rights and people privacy. And we know pumpers did run going there, you know. When them want to go scrutinize Marky G, true identity. You understand? Because pumpers and the whole of them are dons. Yeah? Them are dons. Marky G never need to have a Jamaican passport. What Marky G need to have is a Jamaican birth certificate. Passport, that's something where you achieve down the line if you want to. It is not a compulsory that you have to have a passport. Suppose you're afraid of plane and you don't want to travel.
But,
Which you have people in the world who don't like to travel, they will not travel.
But, let me say something to you. How is it that last week or the week before, them broke in at the birth certificate place and no picker? You see the
right.
So
it's just them are tapping all of the government agencies, them, you know, for people information. Them are look information. Yeah.
Oh, this.
And all of a sudden now, it's like.
Let me say something else to you. In the state or anywhere else, when people are going to them thing, yeah, it's a ransom. Them get money. The feds are with
them ask their money. Them just go in there and come out.
Them have nothing for ask, you know, and whenever you them asking for nothing, this is who not do it, not favor.
And them are do it. And them are do it.
And them are do it. All over when them ask so much million in a ransom. For lock up your system. In a Jamaica about people breaking at this, them breaking a Prime Minister office, them breaking at this. I want to see a man do these things.
Just like the bomb threat, them do it.
And that just I was supposed to take the word out of my mouth. All the bomb threat, the orchestrate that. Because it's a way of what you call now intimidation in society, you know. Get people scared and, you know, push back people as it relates to the process where the people them supposed to exercise. You understand? So them, if you notice, yeah, them start the bomb scared threat couple of months ago from the last year. Yeah. And them cool off of it. But as a test of that, to see how the people that react to it. So them know it can work. Just before the election, yeah, pan nomination day, you understand? Them come with it again. When we look now, all of the internet sources, them, yeah, them down. Yeah. So you want to tell me now, so well, let me want if we have the Chinese in our place hacking at them system, yeah. Because I want to use a lot of people, you know. I want to give them role where they have to play in the outcome. So I don't know if the technology side of things, the Chinese them participate in that. We don't look at yabba them participate in the bank trade.
The one them around Big Mama, I'm busting them bad planet.
Well, whatever the circumstance, but some people are play anti-panky game. You understand?
I'm sorry. You know what? And Father Alonso, this can also be a distraction for take the conversation on morning when Big Mama them roll out for talk about this from the voting fraud and the suppression and the election, for change the narrative and change the subject. So we have to analyze what going on, because them under pressure right now, you know, and them know court open a morning and they're gonna be magisterial recounts. So I feel like them I put this out also for change the conversation going into tomorrow. So when Big Mama them run out now, this is gonna be the first thing them I talk about. Forget everybody for stop talk about the election. But we are gonna continue beat it to the hammer, Ben. And we are gonna continue talk about the voter fraud.
Them can't ramp with the road, so because remember, you know, we operate like you see satellite pick up things, you know, and distribute it, you know. That's how we operate. Them can't play around, so yeah. So them can't do no deflection, because right now everybody in a society right now is against the outcome of the general election. So that's nobody now stop talking about this, because this is not one. This is no 9-day wonder. It's a part alone, some you want to make it a priority duty to keep this afloat. This can't drown, you know. No. Big Mama, the outcome of the general election now drown, you know. You see the CEO we're in charge of the Titans. He might make sure keep this afloat if nobody else to keep it afloat. Me know him that well. You understand? Every so often, I come knock it down until you release the grip. We don't have on Jamaica. I don't have to Lego Jamaica, you know, because it don't belong to you.
Hey, Andrew. I am your worst nightmare. Hey, Andrew. I am your worst nightmare.
I'm a beginner.
You hear your voice. I hear the voice of
Yeah, man, you see what me eye.
You said that I'm never see that one here no melting.
I hear the baby them a cry. I fall alone some voice in my ear now.
Look at the man, hold on, I'm gonna play it back now, man.
Hey, I wanna tell. Hold on there. How you have over your shoulder? The hammer.
Andrew.
Look at the hammer now, man.
I am your worst nightmare.
You know the hammer?
Yeah, man. No, it's a custom made of that. Especially for him. It's a custom made of that. Especially for Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. I am your worst nightmare.
You know what
Yeah, man. And you didn't have to talk loud, you know. Whisper, you know. Hey, you're really worst nightmare. Because the first me you whisper so you know him. And the man really woke me mind and wake up. No, brother. Not me. You know him go to bed with you upon his mind, you know. Yeah. Fearful of you. You understand? Because we know the eagle is a thing will fly through all him grill, you know. If know the eagle will come through all him grill, through all him keyhole. Anyway, the eagle find to come in and the premises. Virgin, I make the man have a heart attack in a way.
Wow.
Yeah. But if you have a heart attack, man, him too thief and criminal minded, man. You understand? Right now, I don't care what happened to him, you know. Because he deserve anything will come in way. Because remember, you know, this man plot him way through society by using fictitious means. You understand? He's a man right now. Jamaica broke because of Andrew, you know, and them cronies, them, you know. They grab out all of the money out of the country. Under the Labour Party government, which Andrew Holness was a part of from the inception of Bruce Golding. Yeah, remember, you know, a 6,314,200,000,000 that has gone down the drain as it relates to corruption, nepotism, and cronyism, you know. Yeah, and that's not small money. That is not for Jamaican sniff about. That is something that we must be concerned about. Right? I remember all of the People's National Party. You don't see this. This is non-existent. The Ponzi scheme, them when the man them rise up, was nothing to benefit the investors them from Jamaica, yeah, and Jamaican investors from the diaspora. It was an investment to enrich these nastiness, which Andrew Holness was a part of from day one. Him alone get money and him always itch up na them Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So me want to ask my Jamaican people far afield. Yeah. We all know so this man have been behind bars. But we want to put in the comment section what type of punishment this piece of shit have to get. How much here? We don't put up how much here to get behind bars, man. Make father alone some look on it, man. Just put up, man. Straight prison this piece of garbage have to go, brother. Yes, Pastor.
Yes, Paula Sadler put in the comment that Chris Brown vote increased now from 11 to 20. So that's a good sign for the People's National Party that we are all aligned. But I do believe that we need some magisterial recount in some of these seats tomorrow. Don't put it off.
Yeah.
We have Paul Buchanan need to go quarter morning.
Same time, right.
SSP Steve McGregor need to go quarter morning. So, I mean, that's 30 votes right there, seats for the People's National Party. And then we should be looking into the baby mother seat, Agintai seat, Malifool, 225 of Malifool's delegates that have not supported, they've done it there. We need to look into Terry Longtongue's seat. So that's 6 seats right there. So And we need to look into Hubert and Fly Green seats. So that's eight seats right there. So we need to look into. And so we need
James Roberts seat.
Yeah,
James Roberts seat. Yeah. That need to look into. That was a neck and neck, you know. I know the close him surgery head, you know. And surgery head by a margin that look and resemble like what Andrew Holness achieved in a film place. And the same pattern that was between James Roberts and Andrew Holness. Yeah. So we have to ask the question. Yeah. That familiarity pattern, yeah, in a low voter turnout as it relates to the percentage who came out and vote. There's no way them two man they can search at the end. No way.
Right.
So we know it's an act of criminality, yeah, which is against the Constitution as it relates to corruption being a part of the election process. The vote must not be tampered with. Policemen are not for the power ballot box. You understand? Them they only secure it by offering the security patrol.
Father Melting Pot, Father Lonesome and Sir Melt, why did the speaker, the Prime Minister corrupt wife, carry barriers got put at the polling station? I did not see any unrest. I did not see any uprising. I didn't see any riots. I didn't see no fighting with the
Better.
Why was the barriers carried there?
She not supposed to even talk to them. She not usher her out and tell her no, she can't stay.
She's supposed to usher the minute the police them see she light around them to move her. But she employed them. She employed the police them up there now. She employed the police them up there. Remember, said them police that work for Andrew Holness. Yeah, and Juliet know about it because the whole of them know the blueprint corruption plan where going to take place, you know.
That's right.
Them study, that's why them never put out a manifesto. They were busy studying what they have to execute on the day. So she know everything. She knows that the police them now go push back on she when she put the barrier there. Because what she gonna go do, you know, is stir up anger to get the people them ups in them feeling and start and something. And that she gonna go do. She was an instigator and a perpetrator of violence on the day. And she not supposed to spend more than 5 minutes while she was going back and forth and the police them never stop her. Why? Because the police them know say she good. What she do, we don't get our thing to she behave like that. Yes, Pastor.
A lady are on her live, you know, and one of the police said, move from us before me shoot you. I mean, on a day of election, innocent voters who are waiting to cast their vote, which is their constitutional right, and them line up decently and in order. There was no disturbance from the voters that we see on those live. Yet, police have put down barrier and run the people them for move from you. So another police have move from you before me shoot you. That's
we have that video there. We have that video there. We can collect that video there.
You have it.
You have it. All right. What I'm putting about because them there where we are using in our court, you know. Them there are where we are using as substantial evidence to support. Yeah, the facts that we need a rerun of this election. We're not dealing with a recount, you know. The election them have to run over back.
But you see,
certain seats have to run over, not recount.
I don't think there's any provision for that. I looked it up. And there's no
provision for
election. They can't contest individual seats in magisterial recounts.
Yeah, so you can't tell the judge. Well, are you?
Yeah.
You win because
you understand. After cast, you can't run them out. I want to see a difference. I want to see a different approach on the day. The line them have to move much easier and much smoother. Yeah. An employer have to give people more than 3 hours.
But let
you understand me? Because them play a part tonight, them employer there. Them know the people them can't take 3 hours for vote and come to work. You have to give the people them half day. So choose what they want the morning or the evening shift. Half day.
But
it's a 8 hour constitute the day. Some are 9 hours. Give them half day.
Hold on a melting pot. You know, the People's National Party have to move aggressively a morning when the courts open. You know why? In order to get the EOJ out of the Prime Minister's office, we have to change government. It's not going to happen as long as this criminal is the Prime Minister.
No, it can't, no, Pastor.
The EOJ must come out and be independent and we must have an ombudsman, not a ghost ombudsman who gets $60 million salary a year, but an independent, visible ombudsman who serve like the referee between two parties to negotiate all of these problems that we are seeing, including paraphernalias and posters and pictures of candidates being torn down. And in order to do this, we have to change government. So you see them 9 seats that we just talked about. If we can win 4 of them in the court, we will farm the
If you
next.
can't win 4, one of them belongs to the PNP. That's why they manipulate it, Pastor. Them see they have a seat where them know the PNP have a win. Them know.
Yeah,
and Pastor, let me just make a point here. Pastor, let me just make this point to you. As it relates to what you said about the EOJ office. With Marky G and the amount where him carrying a parliament now, him can demand that office come out there. That's what the opposition is there to do. Something that looks wrong, that smell wrong, yet the opposition with a strong voice in the parliament, that have to move. Because that office has never been inside of the Prime Minister office in its entire history. Well, all right. Me could just put it there, so him not for there by all means.
Then we put him and carry him go somewhere.
Yeah, but we have 20 years.
Because somewhere they could go look back for him.
My point is we need to flip 4 seats out of the 9 where we identify can be flipped. And we need to go court a morning, put in the petition for magisterial recount in those 9 seats, and by grace of God, we can flip 4 of those seats. That will give the People's National Party 32 seats to form the next government. The Prime Minister is not going to take corrupt criminal Glassbone Brown out of him office. We could have cried to
no, but it's not supposed to be there, Pastor.
It's not supposed to be. I'm stubborn. I'm not going to do it.
Hold on, man. Go not talk about yes or no. To me, it never go there so yes or can no election and then till one right now. I have to turn the guy in a lame talk. I'm not going to talk about him because I'm not a Prime Minister. You can't think something I'm going to work with you. Election have to call by your ear. If the court say it have to run that way, it call by your ear because everything nothing no pass. Nothing. Shame lame.
And him can't put back the EOJ and I know it can't go back there.
Listen now, all that have to go move because it never make no sense because I don't know about politics like this I call it. Listen, turn him now lame duck. Him have to talk to you. Can't remember him can't do nothing, you know. Him can't do nothing. I mean, I attack him because him not supposed to do that. He said
single majority legislation can pass. You know. Only 2/3 majority them can pass.
Yeah, the major things then with 2/3, him can't pass it.
Right.
Him cannot. So you understand?
Single majority them can pass.
You understand? No, you have some cuts, but the other things them when can't pass, him cannot pass it. And you need that power. You can't do it. So you're calling him.
2/3 vote would make any government pass laws or legislation that's entrenched in the Constitution.
Of course.
So like impeachment, term limits, you know, recall. These are and the IC act to strengthen the IC. These are legislation that's gonna require 2/3. Him can't, if God forbid, and him for farm government still, him can't even touch the IC because him don't have.
He can't bully nobody again. He cannot bully anybody in a parliament again. And everything now is up for debate. Him can't just push through nothing. Every single thing is up for debate now. Because remember, it's a new period, you know. Because a new phase of government, governance-wise. You have new parliamentarian where are coming and everything. And once you don't have that 2/3 majority, you know, there's nothing that you can ram down the throat, you know, anymore, you know. Everything up to debate. Everything up for debate. So me know say The EOJ have this now have to move out. The ombudsman have to be established and identified. We can't have a ghost against 60 million. You understand? And we know say the gag order upon the integrity commission that have to come off. That have to come off. Yeah. And we know the impeachment law have to be code of conduct of the sign. The code of conduct of the sign now.
But hold on now. Read that a piece of shit named Paul Campbell. Say, all of you dogs, I'm big dirty thinking move my style and him dirty pooper.
Hey, them the garbage, you can't talk to nobody around there, son.
Yes. Talk to him before
them hold on now. Let me talk. Where's a piece of shit name? Paul what?
Name Paul dirty thinking Campbell. One of them.
Paul Campbell. Paul Campbell go sink here in a one of Andrew hole. Yeah? I'm not talking patrol, you know. Go sink your head in a Andrew hole or Big Mama hole, because you look somewhere to put your head right now. Nobody no entertain piece of shit and garbage like you. Because the whole of no corrupt and no support corruption, you know. Because remember, Andrew and mine you, so you have to do everything where Andrew wants, you know. Remember, you have to clean Andrew ass, you know. Regular too, because Andrew no use toilet paper, a piece of garbage like him called for lick him ass, you know. That's why I want to come out and support a criminal government. A guy where cannot be certified from 1998. A guy where trick and tell on a lie. A guy where kill people at will in our society using the GSCF. A guy where create his own GSCF within the GSCF. A guy who want to see blatantly rob a general election. Yeah, a guy who suppress people rights in our country. Piece of shit got turn up your head on the Andrew ass and give it a lick and leave round here. Because round here says a class, round here says not Andrew ass. Go away! Because you're a piece of dunce and lunatic. Yeah, man, me know you don't want to hear me talk to you again and address you, know. Piece of garbage. Yeah? Because me don't want to tell you about your mother, you know. Yeah? Because me know your mother never grow you for lick Andrew ass, you know. She grow you for go to good school and stay in your class and get education. So you can think constructively. Yeah, but you are done to love saltfish like a buster go no. You know, so you can't make sense. You can't write a X. This is how you done sound of brainwash by a corrupted government. We're holding you down for so long. You're a lunatic, you know. That's why you can't left Jamaica. You understand? And the young time when you left Jamaica, you have to go up and farm work. Because you're a slave, you're a modern day slave for Andrew and Ochi and the whole of them. Yeah, when you come around and say, I want to know. Piece of shit. You look like you're name no turkey neck this evening. You should have money to buy a piece of oxtail, man. What happened? Your money where you get for the boat buying it done? You buy a piece of oxtail and come up, move on go one side with the turkey neck. And you want this chicken back. You understand? You can't see people who are well fed. Yeah, you are the dog when you have turkey neck and chicken back. And you name all fish gill. You name all fowl tribe. You understand? You know, look when we are see, we look and we are big man. Piece of shit. Go one side, man, and go clean and draw, man, with your tongue, man. Yeah, my brother.
Pastor, see that? Just come in.
Andrew run from work. Farm work and to 20 grand.
Farm work ticket.
Well, I remember reading. Andrew run farm work ticket and 20 grand. Pan the man them to vote for him. One woman named Witty collect enough from Glenn who live in compound and issue it. How that old road? Yeah? Doing it?
Yeah.
No, how that? Dudney Road and other place. Oh, so Old Road, Dudney Road and other place. So Andrew issue farm ticket for the man them. But that issue anything, man. Yeah, make sure you can't pass immigration because some of them they are bogus.
Well, and so if you're a prime minister and you're encouraging and like you're encouraging a by vote, a criminal act,
Yeah.
And you know, the professor for criminality, man.
Yeah.
The
The representation of the People's Act of 1944, Section 70, Section 91, Section 94, speaks deliberately about vote buying is prohibited and bribery and giving treats. So these farm work tickets are like treats, which is against the representation of the People's Act of 1944. These are criminal offenses. And it's right there in the law.
And then people are
Hey, all the guy there, yeah, Paul Campbell. Go wash some of Juliet sour crutches drawers where she have up there, man. Juliet have some drawers there, you know, where she campaigning, you know, where stink, you know. Go wash them, man. I have a piece of germs, you know. You there a big Sunday, you don't even find yourself around your woman and your kids, them, and relax. Look where you want to participate and chat about, eh? A criminal. Juliet have some drawers up there. You understand? And them delicate, so your tongue, she want you use your tongue for them, you know. Because them you wear them delicate, you know. You don't like a guy with your tongue now can clean the seat them. You know, the dry seat them. Yeah, man, because I love the whole in this family, you know. So you lick out Andrew asshole, and then you clean your Juliet dry scratches with your tongue. Yeah, and tomorrow man, you know, you can go meet them somewhere and collect what you forget because you live on corruption. You know, piece of shit, you know. You don't have no future enough to look forward in our country, you know. Because you have belly lick, you know. You have belly lick. You have belly lick, you know, coming like some breeding dog. We feed out a garbage pan. Yeah, because no found ton woman now, you know. Big mama all have doing the milk out time titty, you know.
Mommy return.
Yeah, man, no found a feed pan big mama breast, man. And queen the breast and all them breast, the terry long tongue breast. Yeah, because I love them style of activity there, you know. That's why I support these people. These people who are not God-fearing people who don't support the will of God. These people who don't support God's will. Go forth and multiply on the day and God will and subtract. Yeah, with all type of various activity we not go on with behind the scene. So now have to defend them type of garbage, yeah, and run out a strike. We don't have to support on a family like how to support Andrew Wallace. Can't bet you right now, yeah. If you have a daughter and she wants some help, you not support her. Yeah, because you not have it like that. Because your daughter now want you clean her bottom with your tongue, you know. But Andrew want you lick him asshole with your tongue. So you go and go do that and leave the platform, man. This is Cityhall. We don't keep garbage around here. We talk to people. We need upliftment in their life. We are look for help. We are look for a Samaritan to come stand up for them. Yeah. But we don't find yourself. We don't up on a big mama. We don't up on a Andrew. And we don't up on a Andrew. We don't clean Juliet draw scratches. What I'm telling man? Go look on yourself, man. Stop this handout mentality we don't have, man.
When you get mad, you know, you see Paul Campbell, you can't come this nobody running. You see what me I talk about? You name a
Bright and fierce. You can't look on two gentlemen and talk about dog.
Yeah, you know that, man.
Piece of fucking shit.
Man. Stink for you, man. Oh, that. Yeah, man. Look at.
Yeah, mommy return, run bike for the man them and farm ticket, what, Jarrett Lane, Half Mountain View Avenue that.
Me here, yes, man. Yes. Me have the one of them thing, you know. And the bike where my dad pump bars run, police take them back, you know. Police take them back.
Then that a 1 day glory, man. A 1 day glory, him give them enough to mobilize, you know. Yeah? It's a mobilization act, you know. We give them bike to run up and down and intimidate people, you know. Can manipulate the whole process of election day with all type of activity. You understand? But these people are the same hungry belly people. Few weeks from now, them are beg on the street like dogs. Because remember, you know, Andrew cannot operate no loose cabinet this time. The cabinet have to keep in check by the opposition. Here, you think Andrew can run no money like the last term?
Done, man.
Them know them lifeline they cut off. Them lifeline they cut off. As a matter of fact, him have less member of parliament to issue money too. You understand? So me no know how na go manage, you know, going forward, you know. And me I tell you know, we not try to make the Almighty God strike, you know, with no natural disaster, you know, like hurricane or earthquake, you know. We no can't take a category 5 hurricane, I'm sure no, we can't take nothing above 7.5 for the Richter scale or earthquake. So me no know if Andrew can hold, you know. Andrew cannot sustain what he's doing for you guys down there. No! Because Andrew don't have an economy that is growing. Andrew's economy is weak. And right now, come Christmas, we don't have no Christmas at Jamaica. Me predict that from now. Here, I say next year, January, when Tambrand season kick in, hey, sinners weep and moan down there. Yeah, so no better try know what I do in Jamaica. And on a joke business, Jamaica reach a critical point where somehow no, I go start suffer from malnutrition. Yeah? And on a joke business, we're not going to suffer from hemorrhage. Because we're not going to start bleed inside our from the brain. Because the pressure take we're going to start bleed from the brain. So we're not going to end up with all type of strokes and all type of things. Because that's what Andrew Holness administration applies, is a thing called austerity and pressure. You understand? And we can't take no more, you know. So instead of like a free ride we get for a couple of weeks them where the money has splash all about, how long that can hold? I want this currency them they go now. It don't go say 5,000, it now 5,000 purchasing power. I garbage money because Andrew knows how not dunce. That's why Andrew create them big denomination there. To stunt to know. You understand?
So Pat. So Tambin, and Pastor Ricky, Tambin season start from around Friday, you know.
Oh, you mean?
You know, right?
Yeah.
Tambin season start. I don't think none of them have dinner tonight, you know. Right now, I'm talk and them not nothing forget. Not you, Pastor.
But the money what Father Lonesome, remember said the whole I would talk about this before the election, you know. I would say if you sell a vote for 3,000 and over a 5-year period, it's equivalent to $1.66 a day. If it's 66 cents a day. If you sell a vote for 5,000, it's $2.77 a day. If you sell a vote for 10,000, it's $5.05 a day. If you sell a vote for 20,000, it's $11.11 a day. If you sell a vote for 40,000, it's $22.22 a day. And if you sell a vote for 50,000 at $27.77 a day. So when them sell them vote, and you know the government is wicked and evil and cruel because them keep the people them in poverty, them impoverish the people them. That 20,000 coming like Christmas to a man who have 3 baby and then baby mother they are the yard and make nice because them not have no food. So them are gonna take it. You know, I feel it for the people them at Jamaica. This criminal promised them prosperity in 2016, but the prosperity was for the PSOJ and uptown people them and the rich people them and them cronies and himself.
And the druggists them. The druggists them where I put the cocaine.
Right, and it wasn't for the people them at Jamaica. So voter buying is illegal. It has the law that prohibits it, the representation of the People's Act of 1944. But when desperation set in and pick me a ball and enough food in the house, Pat need for go up on stove, baby mother vex, lock shop on our baby father, and voter buy and money are run. The people them desperate, them need it. So them are gonna take it unfortunately and sell out them future. But this is why the People's National Party need to rise up and go to court and take back this government and set back the order, the way the plans and the manifestos, like rent to own. If you work and you don't have a pay slip, as long as you can pay the rent for 6 months, you demonstrate that you can draw down from NHT plus get a grant for 500,000. If you graduate from college and you can't pay the student loan because you now work, then put it on the back burner for 3 years so you can catch up after you get a job and then return back to paying your loans. 700,000 people who don't have titles for the land where them live on. That's a game changer right there. And so
yeah,
we we not dash with this opener. What the People's National Party came up with some brilliant ideas. You know, $10,000 per child per month for pay for transportation costs. Which in the EASE program, every child is guaranteed to get at least one hot meal per day in school. I mean, when you think of them changing the law from 60 years to 25 years, so you can't able to have that title for the land where you own and these things. I mean, when you think about everything the People's National Party proposed, game changer. I mean, this was a true prosperity that was promised in 2016. When you look at everything what the People's National Party proposed for the people of Jamaica. And so the people them are suffer. But guarantee by now the 20,000 done, the 50,000 done.
15, 10.
The police have a take back the bike them like a father loan some and the car them or the youth them get.
Yes.
So by tomorrow morning, everybody gone back to square one. And it's a travesty because now you're not going to see the MP them and the politician them will buy you out till 5 years time when another election is due. What, 2030? So for 4 years and 11 months, are suffering again. And it's sad because there's a thing called opportunity now. I'm going to preach this message before. I'm not going to say this to all my fellow Jamaicans. When opportunity presents itself, do not miss the opportunity because it might take a while before opportunity come back again. And so for the next 5 years, I mean, we don't know what the courts, I don't know what the plans of the People's National Party is to go to the court, but I can just analyze that this is their plan. And so we don't
have them plan. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We don't know how long the courts are going to take to move. But in the meantime, we're not going to suffer. Unfortunately, I want to tell the truth. We love Jamaica. That's why we're in the space. Father alone, some lead the way from way back in the early 2020, I believe.
Before
COVID.
Before that,
I beat it till the hammer bend and I point out the government corruption. And so many of us get inspired and join the fight. And we then at the diaspora, Father alone, some along with others, planned 5 protests, 4 in America and 1 in Canada. It was a conference last year when we beat the government hard. And we said, what the Jamaican people now do the same thing because we care for Jamaica. We love Jamaica. So when we sacrifice hours and come on, Father alone some on 3 times a day sometime, and I beat it till the hammer bend, melting pot. 5 hours ahead, the man could have sleep and a dream about tomorrow and in future. But him up on the live, them I beat it till the hammer bend.
I don't go 5 hours ahead, my brother. I don't go 5 or 6, you know, brother.
6 hours? Okay, thanks for the correction.
And
6
so,
hours.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Right.
man.
What if our people
You
are making
understand?
sacrifice for Jamaica? And so we are disappointed. But what we can do is pick up the broken pieces. Big respect to Comrade Leader Mark Golding. You are our hero. You brought back the party from 2020, from out of the ashes. Revive the party, uplift the party, inspire the party, lead the party with honesty and integrity to the point where you form a coalition that build an orange wave all across Jamaica. And so nobody can take on that achievement and accomplishment. You are the only man who carry this government go court and the judge strike down NIDS in a 2019 because them had a criminal offense if you never sign up for NIDS. It was punishable by imprisonment and a fine of 100,000. You were the only man who paid for students to come from a war-torn zone area when bombs and missiles are dropped. You were the only one who come and said no on a can't use SOE, states of emergency, and ZOZO, zones of special operation, and lock down people and don't charge them and carry them to court. You were the one who said no, and you can't take out the people them house and throw them off of the land and carry them go court. So you were the one who said nah sign the constitution reform document because them are talk about them are doing it in phases. Phase 1 was supposed to be for the government, set up a ceremonial president, which we know the criminal would have and put himself as the president. And there was nothing in that document for the people them. Read the document when Malafool them draft last year. There was no constitutional rights. This man I got take on the rights. If I got go on a free internet and then block certain sites on the cat. On probably won't even say father alone some again if Mark Cameron leader Mark Golden did sign that constitution. Them are about to introduce them 8 law. We say you can't speak nothing bad about the government, even if it's true. And then them are going to say, get guilty for 8 crime. We see this prime minister saying corrupt policeman for go drag out youth under them bed. And then say have device and technology for track every blogger and corrupt criminal blogger will get paid. So him know where the people them live. Him watch them a water flowers in them garden. So when you think of the fight to Cameron leader Mark Golden led for rescue Jamaica, it was a brilliant strategic move. I just want to say one last point. Me grew up at play sports. I run track and field. I play football. When I come off farm, I play basketball and them thing there. And even if you go to the championship game and you never win the championship game, you don't rebel against the coach. You regroup and say, all right, next season I come up. We're going to go back at it. And next season, you make some adjustments and you go back now to fight the next season and you play your game. And chances are you overthrow the same team and defeating on the championship game. I saw the thing said, you can't, when Jesus stepped on the cross and said, Father, forgive them. Them know not what they done. Them choose a notorious thief, a robber named Barabbas over an innocent man who come for help them and show them the way to the Father. And so, my fellow Jamaicans, the whole of earth, of course, me not sit down here and act like me not vex on earth what happens Wednesday gone, how them thief the election. But it comes a time when weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Comes a time when you have to dry your tears, pick up the broken pieces of your shattered life, put back yourself together, and determined to move forward and don't stay in the wallow in the pity party syndrome. Because right now, best days are still ahead. There's still hope for Jamaica. Once we get rid of this government, Jamaica will be free from corruption because Cameron leader Mark Golden is a no-nonsense constitutional corporate law who's guided by the rule of law and the Constitution. And this is the man that is right for Jamaica. No other politician in this time is right for Jamaica than Cameron leader Mark Golden. So but that's why I encourage you now. So listen, man. In every battle, in every war, you might lose the war, but at least you win some battles, some skirmishes. We increased our count from 14 in the parliament, and we double it. And depending on how the court rules in the magisterial recount, we might gain more seats. Let's see. But let's keep the faith, man, and be encouraged. You know, it's not over till God said it's over. Some of that's what come here only for talk and people are talking, oh, Mark Golden for step down and blah.
Who said that?
That's a liar.
Who said that?
Some
them are undercover, right? Them are shit. Maybe don't tell them that.
I'm gonna tell some people kick them out of them group. Them no need for they in the group.
Anyone they hear that I understand them, you know. Them inspire and get 10 and 20.
Hear me know. Hear me know.
Me I tell you this.
Hear me know. Let me say what me have to say in regards to that.
Review them.
Hold on there. You see what them are trying to do? They might say, oh, the party unite. So get rid of Mark because split the party, because we look for somebody when I do this. So the Labour, they stay and say, yes, we succeeded. So anyone I want to say that, I want to hear, hey, just give me them name there. Tomorrow we're going to deal with them.
Well, you hear me? You hear me have to say right, you know. You hear me have to say right, you know. Because me hear people that say, you know, Mark Golden is 6 now. Will he come back 5 years time when he's 65? Yes, because Mark Golden fit and stronger.
Yeah.
Mark Golden is a fitter person, a stronger person, a healthier person than Andrew Holness.
And Trump at 79 and him a president.
Good. Now stay Jamaica. When Big Dirty Thinking done said in 1962, turned the first prime minister from premier, he was 78.
Oh, Buster.
Talk to them, sir. Talk to them and make them know. Talk to them and make them know.
Remember we know
But what
minister.
we know, what we know, yeah, what we know, they are afraid of Mark Bolin. You understand? Mark Bolin is the man
Anybody in a group,
to
you
steer Jamaica through this dark and perilous period of time.
anybody
Mark
said that,
Bolin is
don't
the
call
man.
them name to me, I deal with them. The man don't come and live
Mark
life.
Bolin.
Them are
Mark
snake.
Bolin. Well, obviously they would have to be. Obviously they would have to be. You understand? Because the People's National Party is so united at the moment that it is a problem to the Jamaica Labour Party. And they will try to send some little people out to come and project these type of idea. You understand? But then nobody now listen or even pay attention to them idea. Yeah.
Sir Mark Gold, Cameron leader Mark Gold in there every rally, every constituency. It's a work all over Jamaica.
Brother, hear this now.
Physical
Hear this now. Pastor Ricky, you just win an election where the germs them thief, where the drunk are them thief, and someone if we step down, hey, just get hey, you know that's what I'm not going to group, you know, because I'm not even group, you know.
You me I say no.
You have to talk with sense.
You me I say no. You me I say right now. Yeah.
You know, say them a shit, you know. And me like deal with them, you know. Me no big friend. Yeah. Anybody. That's why me not going at these things. Me no want. Me not listen to them.
All right. Me go paint.
Dirty thinking and join them kudos thief.
And them know that. But me could just paint. Me could just Wayne. Me could just paint a broader picture. Yeah. To show why Mark Walden is the man. Yeah. Going forward. Yeah. In this election, there was only one party and one winner. That was the People's National Party and Mark Jefferson Golden. Yeah. When you see them take away the amount of seats that will give them on the victory, and him still end up with 29, they might try to thief one. Yeah. That show that the man has increased. Yeah. His amount by over 100%. And we know, what I'm doing, we know so the people them come out and give Mark Walden the support where he need to win the election. Yeah. Them give him an overwhelming, them give Mark Walden an overwhelming support. Yeah. So it's not to do with the people them and the support for Mark Walden. The problem is the three entity that I outlined. The EOJ, the Jamaica Labour Party police where Andrew Holness after himself, and several people in civil society.
Yes.
All right, so the election was stolen. Right there, the election was stolen. You understand? And make I say this, hold on it. Make I say this. One of the main contributors in a civil society that we see did not participate and we don't hear them voice up till now is one of the biggest civil group in Jamaica, the church. Them silent. And me want, hold on that. Me want ask the people this question again. How can Jamaica, who is renowned in the world to have the most church per capita square mile, but yes, is one of the most corrupted country in the world, where the church who align themselves with the state recognize fully well that the state robbed the general election and are so silent. The reason why several of them are getting kicked back. Several church leaders are getting kicked back from the Jamaica Labour Party, and they are using their influence and their membership to tell them not to vote for the People's National Party. But woe be unto them, woe be unto them who sell lies in society. Woe be unto them. And the day of reckoning will come when every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. And I yield back the floor.
Let me just say this real quick, because a lot of people reach out and them vex. The church is have a lot of denomination, right? In Jamaica, you have a lot of organized religion. You have the JCC, Jamaica Council of Church, and you have the umbrella church of church. those are
churches.
Right. Those are organized religion led by the prime minister, and all of the pastor them in them organized religion there is corrupt. I will say it all the while. So any pastor support
and them a pedophile too. Me say it all the while.
Support this government has denied the faith and betrayed the gospel teachings of Jesus. But to be fair, you have a lot of pastors who are not a part of these organized umbrellas.
We're not them. No, we're not talking about them.
Them should have come out and show so them not part of it. If you're silent, you give consent. Them need to come out if they are not in favor of what happened. Hold on, Pastor, hold on. Let me just put that little point across and then we leave the floor. Let me just put this little point here. You see if he's a pastor, you can't be a pastor in Jamaica. Me a mobilize certain topic for discussion.
You have some pastors like Pastor Chambers.
Chambers burn him.
Chambers burn them all the while, man. But Chambers need more like him. And that me a talk about. Chambers need more members like himself from within the church community. Chambers alone can't do it. Chambers alone can't do it.
I'm gonna finish and yield, man. You have a lot of local churches in Jamaica where they must speak out against the government, and they don't have the medium and like Bishop Davis is a corrupt pastor. He have a big mega church where have the television audience and them, but you have a small pastor where me and you know from the government.
And when I talk them, man,
can't group everybody in it.
So when I'm a Pastor Chambers, I'm a veteran, you know. Pastor Chambers a fire pastor, you know. I have some pastor.
We know the one them. We know the one them, but they need support. Them man, they need support.
National Party supporter, Comrade Paul Blake. Him is a pastor and him about the government to on the platform with the people.
We see him too, man. So we're not talking about them. We are talking about here what we are talking about now.
Brother.
Al Miller, we run out. We are talking about Blair. And the one the man that they are the one who are poor.
They organized religion.
We know the one, hey, make up private just start talking about them, you know. Burn the whole of them. Me not talk like pastor. Me know the one them we good. Me not talk the career power on them. And the corrupted one, me burn them.
But some people vex because them say we are burn out the church and it make it sound like all of the past. So I say, nah, man, I'm going to try to straighten it out. And every pastor stay there.
Them can't say that because from them know so them are bonfire, we know them. I know them we attack, you can't pick up people business pound head. We know the Pastor Chambers and my brother. Big up yourself.
What's the Pastor Chambers are burn the fire? We know Pastor Chambers long time we are burn the fire. So Pastor Chambers knows, so we not really emphasize. But when we say the church, you know, the church carry on. Hold on. When me I talk about the church, you know, yeah? Me not talk about the church in a hypocritical manner, you know. Me I talk about what the community is supposed to do because the church is a Christian body that's supposed to be aligned with God and God's principle. So when certain things are going on in Jamaica over this vast period of time, the church has always been silent. You can't leave it to Pastor Chambers alone.
No,
we want them to come out in them numbers.
No, but
you rise up against corruption. And show to the entire nation so them stand against corruption. Not for corruption.
Yeah? Look now.
We not see that. We are not seeing that, brother.
This melting pot. You remember the pastor of Manchester when take the tree, the pick him up. Hey, now for what I saw them send him to prison, you know. Remember me burn them, you know. And me play the file and thing me burn them.
I remember when it took place. Hold on. You remember when them get convicted and I go in the black market? You see how much people they do them phone and I say I lie, him not do this, him not do that. All when them get convicted. Well, those are the people who stand them wrong against corruption. Because them find it hard to come out and speak out against corruption from within.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about.
And you talk about the gunman, Obeahman pastor and a man.
Gunman, Obeahman pastor. Them should have burn him. How we burn him? Them allowing to stay in our church and preach to people. That is wrong. Lying lips are abomination unto the Lord. So when me say the church, people need to understand what melting pot a go. You see, when I hear a collective group start come out and the church start, all right, look what we are doing, so. We just not church that come out and do what we are doing. The voice need to be heard against corruption, man. It's a must that them voice have to be heard against corruption. It can't be a silent motion.
Speaking, but them not have the platforms, them forgot. It's like Comrade Leader Mark Golden has speaking.
Demonstrate them!
And then the media now carry.
Let me tell you something where me stand. You see the one them who are speaking and them kind of, I mean, I tell them to go do nothing, you know. Do what them I do. But you see the bigger one, them when me see around Andrew who have the mic.
Right.
And then I pick up him and them near about, you know. Because they know Andrew and me see them and support him and I get the money. So at them me personally for morning. You are support a criminal enterprise. And you talk about land. You know, mislead nobody about you. Like big dirty thinking criminal Al Miller. Mr. The other day come out about him one farm. Where you have your criminal if you go away.
All right. When Al Miller did get convicted for all of the wrongs them never did burn him. The church never burn him, you know.
We burn him.
And we burn him. So that me talk, so when situation in a Jamaica arise, I mean, I hear the church talk about it. Look on the amount of youth them with the murder sincere. The church talk about it. No, them silent, and we talk about it. Them can't have a platform like this. Because it's not hard to create a platform like this. You start something for your own initiative, and your voice will heard. And then remember, so the church and the state goes together. So if the church now oppose the state will continue along its merry way. The church is powerful and influential. Just like how we try to make sure the DPP knows that she responsible for 100% of where one today. Yeah, the DPP struck 5. The church likewise. We can't leave it to Pastor Chambers. Pastor Chambers knows that we know say burn the fire. Because we then on social media, we know which pastor burn fire. Him alone can't carry the torch.
But as I say, Al Miller and them not pastor neither, you know. Them
not a pastor. Blair them are no pastor. Blair them are activists.
Organizer.
Blair them are activists from long time. You understand? A masquerade as pastor. I'm not afraid to talk that.
Them under the umbrella of churches and the Jamaica Council of Church. Them are corrupt
Jamaica corruption of churches, no council. Jamaica corruption of churches, no council. For you now come out and speak on corruption in the country. Me I go come at you like a ton of brick, because I'm not afraid.
But then
they have been a court upon them.
But then if we have to tell the commissioner right now, him and a commissioner.
Him and the commissioner.
Him and Andrew Holness and him forget fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With not no police.
Right.
So we just start the truth. We no business boy him. But tell Google to my last suit Google to. You know see my friend me. That only.
Yeah.
Me no business.
Yeah.
Me tackle him. Hey, when them Kevin had him to, you know. If you come out, you know. Kevin Google to Blake, you know.
Him believe, of course.
Andrew, him
believe.
Him not work for the people in Jamaica, you know.
Him not working for the people.
Not police. Him a JP minion. You feel leave. Don't chat.
You see pressure. Pressure something come from all angles, you know. But you see when it applied by people of high authority like the church, who you know the state have to listen to church, you know, my brother. From me born till now, me come here about church and state work hand in hand, you know. Yeah, the church can oppose a lot of wrongs in Jamaica, but they are silent. Why? They are saying that they're afraid. What are you guys afraid of? We're not afraid of nothing. Did Paul Bogle, George William Garden, Sam Sharp, and none of them did afraid.
Brother, if you're real, if them are real pastor, real church people, you're not afraid of death.
No.
Yeah.
You can't afraid of no devil.
No devil, nothing.
No, we're not talking about devil death.
That's what we're saying.
You can't afraid of death.
Power. So, like
But the devil take life, so you have to represent death to the devil, because God gives life and Satan
right.
take life.
So the devil, death.
Well, me right now, me I call out the church. Me need to see no more mobile and active in pursuit to tackle corruption in
But we are
Jamaica.
telling the people them at Jamaica.
Yeah. So we have to get mobilized to the cause to defeat corruption. And once we don't remain silent on corruption, me don't care who know themselves. Me I go paint the thing with a broad brush.
All right, but yeah, what me I tell them to know?
Good.
Me I tell the people them, it don't make up, get up, I better read the Bible. If you go, and you see some church and them are hypocrite. So we look up at me, pick up your hand to Holness, and tell you no crap. No make them go in your brain. You're going to forget about the word of God and to live good and do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, you don't want to pick up and live and hear about Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, them a pat a cat. Andrew Holness, them the right. Kill the state guy in a court. Cars 1, 2, and 3 taxi. And still I tell lie and tell if you believe him. And I mash up Jamaica more. And them I endorse him. When I'm not.
Yeah.
Father Lord,
Remember
before we leave.
Remember we see them run out, you know.
Kamika Prince, remember the DPP birthday at September 20th, and she's supposed to stay till her birthday, then she's supposed to demit office. So,
yeah.
Father Lord, some why Amma Kamika, because them at
I see that go and
the next DPP.
I see them argument.
Yeah, that should
I see them argue. Andrew wants to get she, but that no constitute a debate. That is up for debate, and it must be challenged by the opposition.
Yeah, but the commissioner service, public commissioner service office, are them supposed to choose the next DPP, not the prime minister. Him recommend.
Andrew choose that.
Him supposed to recommend
Andrew, you know.
To the governor.
That's why them shortlisted her. You see, if Andrew not deal with corruption, she would be shortlisted for that post, you know. She would never be on it. But one to think Andrew shortlisted her for that position, she a part of the process and the candidate for them put forward. You know what she ever get it?
She a criminal, you know. We know want to see your face. Yeah, what we know want. Hey, let me tell you something.
You beat it.
You up here. All right. Yeah, man. Say, anyway, Mr. McGann, 3.5, you know. You know, tomorrow again, I'm going to call you tomorrow, you know. So, yeah, tomorrow night, man. No, say no. People.
Brother. But there I know. There, my brother.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm doing this. You know, win. Take for yourself. You know, start seeing nothing yet.
Yeah.
Because when my head get hot around your worries, you know. Day and night, you know. 3, 4, 5 hours and we are export. You have to go and be better. You
have to watch out for distraction. They might try to change the narrative to take it off of Paul Blake's seat. So we have to keep the hammer beating on that.
And you know about
Paul Buchanan.
Paul Buchanan, sorry. Paul
You
Buchanan.
can't think we have a Paul Buchanan seat.
Yeah, but they might try to distract you from stop talk about it. We bring up
No, them Pastor Ricky. I know we them attack. Ron. Our thing different.
Remember, let me tell you something. We said people when they listen out for big dirty thinking, mama, tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Anything him come him for go to prison for what him do. Him a part of the coup, you know. Is that coup this in people? Big Mama and Charles Davis, them a part of the coup. Them for go to prison for this. Yeah. For overthrow an incoming government. Them a part of it. So make them come tomorrow with them bag of bullshit. Wanna listen out for them. Them a part of the coup. Yeah? Them not supposed to just have a jolly time. Big Mama and Charles Davis are part of the coup. And that's the soft coup. Yeah? And that's a serious thing. So we are listening out. Make them come up with them fuckery tomorrow. We and them. That piece of shit. That square face Batman piece of shit, George Davis. Remember, hey, you feel go to, you know. You're big dirty thinking, mama, yeah? Anyway, brothers.
Respect, blessings. Real
blessings.
Michael Manley eyes. Respect, blessings.
Oh, man, the eyes. Bless.
Come on, blessings.
Trendsetter, I'm going to build on some of this place. Tell the boy, never come on. You know what's on the ball, no one. See, anyway, do some. I'm a big trendsetter, doing some run the place. We no follow come and come in, no run rat race. Big trendsetter, doing some set the place. Me follow come on, yo, yo, yo. As a man says to me, you're an expansion, man, cool. In the car, I'm balance from. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together, and that will make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song, the boy. Them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and touchdown, maybe see the love get a while. I'm full of a tan, run a big trendsetter, no one come set the place. Me never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter, they want some set the place. Never love a come on, yo, veteran. To perform a stage, you want to for them up the rest, yeah. Beat some juice and smoke too big, get the 50 crowd naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say, yo. Load some natural, what them a think. Man a vegetarian, I mean no smoke, not drink. When we up on the mic, how the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sink. Man a big trendsetter, no one come set the place. Never love a come and come in.